You cats are making me crazy. You know that? Don't you just love busy, crazy days? I don't. They're just so exhausting, you know? But at least I went out and had me a me day today. But sadly, hang on a minute. I'm going to get something here. Hopefully I can do a better job this time. I meant to put on my pretty wig here today and forgot. I'm trying the whole ponytail approach here because my hair is so thick. I'm having trouble even getting wig caps on. Wait a minute. Something I discovered. Kind of the hard way. Hang on, I'm fixing my... Trying to. Yeah. I've noticed by fastening that look how long these bangs are. Like, I feel like Cousin It here. Definitely need to trim these things because I don't like stuff hanging down on my face. But I've noticed that when I put when I fasten the wig like I just did, that it keeps it on tighter. And I just saw my lovely elf on TikTok. Ronnie. She's a TikToker. Now let's see if I can do this correctly. Just bear with me here, folks. This is the only way I can do this. Is I have to have... Ugh. I know that probably looks funky, but I just cannot have my bangs in my face. I gotta trim them. And today the color of the day is green. So by my standards and color chart that I go by every day, green is the color. And so there's some days when I'll wear green like pretty much from head to toe. And then there's other days when I wear something green. Like I'm doing my wig today. And my little elf on TikTok. She's a Leo, and I admire her enthusiasm, and I know that looks stupid. I'm sorry. It would look bad. These wigs were designed to have the bangs worn down, but I can't have them down here in my face. It drives me buggy. I can't do it. And it's funny because Cousin It's like one of my favorite characters on. Hey, baby. Hello. You gonna come see me? Come see Mama. Come see Mama. You don't need to be fighting with your sister just because she was wanting my attention too. Goodness. But anyway, hopefully I'll get these trimmed here soon, and I'll have to trim the bangs on this one and my blue and purple one because the bangs are too long on it too. I do have some elf ears, but I would have to pin my wig back so you could even see them, and that's just not easily done right now. Hey! And, oops, I have to be extremely careful when I'm combing my wig because I don't want to start pulling it apart and pulling a bunch of strands out of it. But I saw this color. When I saw this color on Amazon, I thought, you know what? I like that. It's bright, it's playful, and it has the blue, so it's ombre. It's blue, and then it's got the light green and maybe even a touch of yellow or something. I thought it was neat. And I do have a bunch of other wigs, but they're so scattered and they're so destroyed and like messed up and tangled and just wig maintenance is a job, y'all. Let me tell you that. It's a job. And if you don't have the time and you don't take the time and commit to it, then your wigs are going to be destroyed, and then you've wasted all that money, and then you got to get them again, and it becomes too much of a pain in the keister, So I took me a Janet day today, which a Janet day simply means I need some me time. And on days like that, I will take off and I will just kind of go where I feel like going, do what I feel like doing. But it was definitely a major downer that we didn't get our checks today, like Chris was so sure we would. And now it's looking like we're going to have to wait until tomorrow before we get those. Because check day is what I have come to call busy, crazy day. Because it gets busy because we both get our checks loaded and we have to go out and buy cash items. We have to go out and get fish food. Yes.
I need to grab one of Dad's picks.
I don't know if he's got any left in the strap there.
He should.
Because he only had a couple, and I don't know where the rest of them are. Just please don't lose it, especially if he's only got like one left in there.
I won't. I'm back.
Why did you just turn the light out? Oh my God. Oh, well, if you guys are okay with this lighting, I'll just... Ew, that's too bright. I guess this is okay, but... Anyway, so today was, it was a Janet day. I took some me time because I really needed it. As you all know, and I've said this a lot, and I apologize that I keep repeating it, but the stress levels are really high right now, and we're all trying to muddle through, trying not to snap at each other and stuff and get mean and hateful and hurtful, because that's not what we're all about. We try to be a very good, generally we're a very good, loving family. And, I actually did do a solid today by going to the library, got my library card renewed. Yay! And got to make a trip to the Bexley Library here sometime soon, and like something about an address correction. And the public library, the main one that I go to, not the one on Grant. For those of you that know the area, I'm way out east, guys. I'm close to John Glenn Airport. Okay, so I'm out here a ways, but there's like certain stores around us that we can get to and certain ones that we can't, kind of thing. But if you guys know the area at all where I'm at, then you got a pretty good idea of what I'm talking about. But anyway, I also got some books on autism and ADHD today. So I can learn how to better communicate with my husband, you might as well say, Chris, and my son, Noah, because he's got ADHD and autism. And from what I've read about it, so far, at least I'm gaining a better understanding of it. And as a mother, it feels like, I know it's the right thing to do, because once you learn this, I call them the specifics, or if you want to call it that. When you learn, the more you learn about it, the more you can develop a communication system that will work for you and everybody that is that has the condition. Because my husband has autism, and my son Noah has autism and ADHD, as I know I've said a million times. But let me turn this light back on, because that's bugging me. It's causing too much glare on my glasses. I don't like glare. And yes, I'm still wearing my witchy dress. I've got some patches I'm going to sew on them. I'm going to have one here and one here. Put them right about here, because I'm not putting them here like a lot of people might do. I'm not that person. I'm okay with, I have no problem, I guess, being my own kind of sexy. But I'm not going to dress a certain way just to please others. If they can't accept me for the way I am, then they're not worth being around and having as friends, because they have to accept you for who you are, what you are. And I went to Starbucks, finally found a way to get in, kind of like a back way of sorts. And there's a main Starbucks down the road from me, like further east. And it's on the right-hand side. But right now, there's construction going on there, which is annoying, because I know the guys, they're just doing their job. Bless them. It's not an easy job. And when you have adverse, conditions weather-wise that you're dealing with, I don't think you're going to want to be doing construction, with fucking rain coming down and getting everybody soaked and possibly getting people sick, or anything, because they're trying to work out in cold conditions that their body's like, oh, no, you ain't. And after Starbucks, well, I decided to go to my mom's, and it's a good thing I did, because my witch stinks once again told me that she needed me, that she was hoping I would come over and that I would come by myself. Well, a few minutes later, I show up. And it's a good thing I did, because she was hungry. Jim had made some toast for himself, I guess, this morning before he started out on his daily stuff, bull BS that he does. And I say BS because I'm not saying some of it isn't legit, and he is out there helping others, but I can't help but wonder how much of it he's actually doing what he says he's doing, or is he chasing after another young girl that's a redhead, and he's just going stupid over her, and the man's in his 80s. Look out, Bella. Hang on. Look out. Look out. Look. Ouch. I thought I heard you pounding. Sorry. Had to let Chris in. He just came back from the store. Oh, this is my rainbow or my unicorn pillow thingy. I forget who got that for me. I think Norma did. I'm not mistaken. Right now, I'm just trying to set it down right. And because it's so poofy, that's hard to do. I was sitting here and I thought I heard pound, 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 and I stopped for a minute and then something told me, Chris's hands are full, go answer the door. So I'm glad I listened. I am also a light worker. Hi. I can read auras. I can do tarot readings. Well, I can see auras. As far as reading them, I really need to brush up on that because different colors mean different things. I have a Carillion photography thing that I got done a couple years back. I think it was when we went to, what one was it that we went to that I got that done? I can't remember. I know it's been a couple years ago. One of the Yulis that me and Normia and Christy went to, or it may have been one of the ones that Christy wasn't with us yet, and it was just me and Norma. I can't remember. Or Normia. I haven't worn this in a while. This is one of my favorite perfumes, Amari. But as you can see, there's not very much left. And I have to be careful because Chris can't handle a bunch of aerosol perfume like that, especially when it's really strong. And this is definitely strong. Woo! Oh, crap. I don't know if you're going to be able to breathe around me because I'm heavy perfume. What did you do? What did you do? What did you get? Oh,
sorry, it's not the dove.
It's okay, dear. Thank you. See, he's already starting early. He's getting me chocolates.
Instead of the $10 it normally is, it's 13, almost $14.
For the doves?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. That's terrible. That's too much. And you got more Queen Anne's. Queen Anne chocolate covered cherries. We like those. Whoops. One of them just jumped down and trying to escape. Thank you, dear. Why does everybody keep turning the light out on me?
I'm turning the light out when I leave.
Oh, it's okay. It's an innocent thing. It's happened twice. Is somebody trying to tell me something? You want me to turn all the lights out? You guys wouldn't be able to see me. Well, maybe for the candlelight. But, as you can tell, I'm trying to keep my sense of humor, too. And I don't know if I've ever shown this. But it's been a while, so I'll go ahead and show it. This is my son, Michael. Mr. Tall Stuff there. That's my mom and Jim. And, see, Michael, good-looking guy. He's definitely looks like his dad, who I don't even know whatever happened to Gary. He was, he's part of my past. And when him and I broke up in California, I never saw him again. So it's probably for the best. And, he was an Aquarius and I'm a Capricorn, and air and earth to me, just not a good combination. But yeah, he spoils me with chocolates and stuff, and I appreciate it because I know it's kind of his way of, saying that he loves me and, thanks for sticking with him and, all these years. And I mean, hey, we're not perfect. So all we can do is muddle through together and weather the storm if we can and trudge on, like a soldier, like soldier on or whatever. So don't mind me for blathering a bit. Just kind of, this is my unwind time. I watched one of Magical Crafting. I watched her Yule thing that she did where she made a garland with some really cool items that she had in storage that she thought, well, if I don't use these, then I might as well pitch them. So she decided to use them. And at first she had reservations about, doing it because some of the pieces were small, some of the pieces were big. But when she got it done, she's like, oh, this is gorgeous. I love it. But then she went on holiday. So I think she's going to be back probably supposedly Monday. She's going to be doing something. I don't always catch her lives when she's live, and I need to start doing that so I can talk with her more and get familiar with her and hopefully run into some other witches there that I ran into before. And they, we kind of hit it off. And there's this one chick, I think she's in New York or something. And I said, oh, I'm sure if I came to New York and we found each other, we'd have a ball together, But right now, as it is, the only people I know in New York, I don't know that I would be able to stay there because I would be afraid that I would get into a fight with somebody because the one daughter is just an absolute female dog. She's a bitch. She's one of those, she hates everybody and she's narcissistic. She's a Trump supporter. Get out of my face. And she is just so god awful to her mother, Anna, Norma's sister, that it's ridiculous to see. And I want to just reach through the phone and smack the shit out of Margaret. Because there's no damn reason for her to be as mean and evil as she is to her mother, who brought her into the world and gave her everything. She lived in a nice fucking house in New York, but Anna most of the time sleeps downstairs in their basement that her husband converted into an apartment just to get away from her. I'm going down to she calls it the dungeon. I'm going down to the dungeon, leave me alone. So the kids, her daughters and their kids, they have the upstairs most of the time. Anna, she's either outside on the porch smoking or she's down in the dungeon. And I hate seeing her go through what she goes through every day, just even a typical day with her. And it breaks my heart because she's a lovely woman. She's a Taurus, so we get along really well there. And it just dumbfounds me the amount of shit she puts up with from her daughter, and her daughter constantly hurting her and just being just downright evil and mean, and it's ridiculous. So yeah, I won't talk to Margaret. I know she's on TikTok, but I will not follow her because there would be a fight. And that bitch would be fucking everything up for me and get me banned from TikTok, knowing her, because she's that kind of bitch. And he opened a box of the Queen Anne's, but we still have some in the living room in a plastic container. So, but back to the autism thing in the library. At least, today, I would have loved to have sat in the green room for a little bit and read on the one of the books. But I decided, no, I'm going to go ahead and go home because I don't think I could sit in the green room that long without having anything to drink because they don't allow food and drink in there. So I don't want to bring food and drink in there, because if the kids and stuff see adults doing it, then they'll be like, well, why can't we do it? And that's unfair. And just don't want to go through all that, I do have some purple eyelashes that I've only worn a pair of them once. Keep itching. Sorry. Right in the middle. I hate that. Right in the middle of my mountains or whatever you want to call them. My girls, melons, come and get your melons. No. But milk factories or some crazy, I don't know. But anyway, back when I was doing my stuff through Stratford, I would go there to study. I would go to the green room because the green room is at one end of the library. It's a really nice room. It's got green walls and it's surrounded by windows. Okay. So you can see the outside and it's a quiet room, and they literally have signs on the table saying quiet room, no talking, and different things. And yet people will bring in fucking potato chips in there and be crunching and munching on them and making a bunch of damn racket that's violating the quiet, But the eyelashes, I'm going to have to find my glue that goes with them, which means I'm going to have to find my makeup. And I want to start doing my makeup again. But the only problem is right now, I don't really have any foundation that I can use, because until I can afford to get my Luminous Breeze and the makeup with it, it's like my appearance, my facial appearance is like totally different. I've even had one of my friends one time when I got the Luminous, when they first had the wands, and I had put it on. I had put the makeup on, and I did a live stream, and she's like, "Janet, you are stunning." I went, "Really? Okay, thank you." And, I'm not used to getting compliments like that from friends, or, I certainly don't get it from Chris, almost never. He's just not that type of a person. And I'm not saying I need it 20 times a day or anything like that. Just once in a while, it'd be nice, But, the green room is kind of like a special place for me. And I would go there for my Stratford studies, and I would spend 3 hours. Usually I would do like 2.5. And then I was like, okay, I'm ready to go to Mom's now, and, go and hang out with her and give her company for the day and give me a break from everything. And, because I broke myself today at Starbucks just getting my coffee and a sandwich. And it literally took every bit that I had. And I only had $15. So, and I didn't want to even ask Mom if I could make today a work day, because I already felt when I walked in the door that there was just no point, because she was just going to, say no or put it off. And I still have to remind her that the verbal agreement was that when she dropped me down to 1 day a week until she builds her money back up, the agreed amount was $20, and she's now dropping it down to 10. And it's like, I'm sorry, Mom, but that's not good enough. I need that $20, because we might need it for gas, or I might need it to get quarters so I can do my fucking laundry, because now I've got laundry I got to do for 3 people. And nobody helps me, except my son helps me carry it down, but that's about it. He won't help me fold it or put it away or do his own clothes. And he needs to learn how to, because he's got to do something around here, because he lays around too much. And he plays that guitar so much, I just want to just break the thing sometimes, because it gets on my nerves, because he's always playing it. And he tries to sing, and he can't sing. And he just, it's like, how do you know people aren't making fun of you when they say you sound good? Playing wise, yes. Singing, no. He could definitely use some voice lessons, so you can find out like what kind of voices you actually have. Are you a monotone? Are you a baritone? Are you a higher pitch? Are you, because if you try to do a song that's a higher pitch and you can't match that higher pitch, don't sing the song. Don't sing the song, because you're going to butcher it, and it's going to sound like crap. And then people are going to start making fun of you. And my son is really super sensitive like me, so it would devastate him. It would crush him. And I don't want to see that happen to him. But he's probably not going to like me when I come up with some house rules that he's going to have to start following if he's going to live here, because otherwise it's just causing too much stress on everybody, and it needs to stop, because none of us need the stress. And he's got to stop, staying up all night and then sleeping all day, because he's never going to be able to get a job, let alone hold one, if he's used to being up all night and then sleeping all day. And then if he has a day shift, guess what? He's going to get fired, because he's going to be too tired to work, and he's going to start snapping at people. And then all that effort to even get the job is just dashed out the window, because he won't listen. And we can't get him to understand, son, when we say lights out, phone off, everything off at 10 o'clock, we mean exactly that. Not, oh, I'm just going to lay here for a few minutes, and then I'm going to turn the lights on, and I'm going to play my games, and I'm going to play the guitar, and I'm going to sing, and I'm going to do lives, and I'm going to talk to a girl on the phone all damn night and fall asleep with the phone on my chest, and then sleep on the cord that charges the phone and break that one too. It's like, son, you gotta stop these habits because they're causing too much trouble. We have to get more pop now because Noah drinks too much of it. It's like he drinks it all throughout the day instead of drinking things like water and, other healthier things. And I just want him to be healthier for his own sake because he is on a lot of medication. He has day meds that he takes and he has night meds that he takes. Is he taking them? I don't know. I can only hope that he is. But this whole thing is just, it's overwhelming. And things need to change if we're going to truly, the three of us, be able to live here in harmony, because he's got to pay his way here, because we it is not our responsibility to do everything for him like his adopted mother did and wait on him hand and foot. And, instead of teaching him how to do stuff for himself, she would just do it for him. And it's like, how is he ever going to learn if you won't teach him the basic things that he needs, like how to cook, how to not burn your food, the whole staying up all night and sleeping all day thing, because it's not working. And he's not being responsible enough and showing that he truly deserves a job, because all he wants to do is be up all night and sleep all day. And that, I'm tired of him, he's always laying on the couch. He very rarely sits up. He needs to stop laying around so much. And it's overwhelming. It's too much. I can't do it. I can't. Because if something don't change and quick, I'm going to end up having a fucking nervous breakdown, because I'm just going to snap one day and I don't know that I'll be able to come back from it, because you guys have no idea how much stuff I have suppressed inside of me that I have carried literally my entire life. Instead of telling these people how I really feel about them, I keep stuffing it down, because I don't want to hurt them, irregardless of how much they hurt me every day. And right now, Noah is hurting us because he's not taking responsibility, and he's not doing as we're asking and trying to be gentle about. You got to stop this staying up all night and sleeping all damn day, because that is not going to fly here. I want to be able to sit on my couch. I want to be able to do some things that I do, not get up and see him playing a game first thing in the morning. Be respectful of the people that are housing you. I mean, I don't want, now that I finally am being given this opportunity to have a relationship with my youngest son, I don't want to blow it, because I do things the wrong way and snap, and then everything goes to hell and it's on me, and I don't want that. But he needs to start understanding what we're saying. He needs to start listening and doing as we ask, or we're going to have to find somewhere else for him to stay, because I can't take it anymore. And he's wearing the same pair of dirty, stinking socks to the point that it sickens me to be too close, because I can't even sit on the couch next to him, because the smell is just so bad. And I know that all of his clothes are dirty and everything, but you would think that he would have the sense to go into the kitchen, take his socks off and hand wash them, and hand wash them, rinse them, let them dry, and at least clean them that way until I can get some money to get the damn laundry done. And this time around, I'm going to tell him, I'll be like, look, these are your fucking clothes. You are going to learn how to do this yourself, because I am not taking responsibility for this. You are 19 years old. You need to start taking some responsibility for stuff like this, and stop expecting everybody to do it for you, because that's not fair to the people you're expecting that from, because that's the way Corey did things. This is not Corey's house. This will never be Corey's house. She will never be welcome here. And I really don't want to talk to her as much as Ted wants me to, and this and that. And she claims that she doesn't hate me like I think, or she's not mad at me like I think. Bullshit. I'm not buying it. She raised my son wrong, in my opinion, because of the simple fact that she stuffed her religion down his throat and didn't even ask him if he wanted to explore a different one, because she wasn't having it in her house. You're either Christian or you're out. I mean, and she hates me because of my religion. She don't like my religion. And if you don't like my religion and you're against my religion and my beliefs, then you're against me. And that's just the way I feel. And she's never going to be able to be okay, I don't think, with me being Wiccan, and it's always going to cause a problem. So I would rather just avoid that altogether if I can. And that means not talking to her. And I keep crying out, God has helped me. Give me a direction. Give me a focus, somewhere to start. And, hopefully we'll all survive this and we'll come out okay. And we'll all have a better understanding of each other. And I know that Corey had a certain amount of strictness, that how she raised her kids, and that strictness is not here. This is not her place. We don't run things like she does, but you still have to abide by some rules that I'm going to have to sit down and write, see if Chris wants to add any to them. And we will sit down and have a family meeting about it. And when we do have that family meeting, you are not to be on your phone for any reason. You are not to be playing a game. You are not to be playing your guitar. You are going to, you're going to listen and you're going to participate, or this is never going to work. And I'm trying to make this as harmonious for all three of us as I can, but I need your help to do that, because if you're not willing, then it's not going to happen and it's just going to cause a problem. And I don't need that. Nobody needs that right now. See, these bangs are way too long, way too long. I'm literally going to have to cut them right about there, where to take all the green off and then just, cut it up to the blue, where the blue starts, because I cannot stand having bangs in my face, in my eyes especially. My eyes are already messed up. I don't need to be getting synthetic hair in them and, causing myself to go blind or something. Well, I shouldn't have a headache from not eating anything hot, because I did eat something hot today. But because of the tightness of this wig, it's actually giving me a headache. And I will feel so much better when I can wear my wigs after I get the bangs trimmed properly, so they're right above my eyes, right about here. And then I should be okay. But I wish these were kind of longer, though, a little bit longer. But, this is very close to my own length of hair, as you've seen. But mine's a little bit longer. It goes down past my shoulders. This doesn't, because that's the way this wig was made. And that's another thing. I won't get on here sporting a wig, a different color every day of the week, and expect people to think that it's my hair. I would be bald. Because that is too many chemicals too often. And I knew a girl that did that, and she fried her hair. She had to have a friend that knew how to do extensions. She had to literally keep going to this woman and get extensions done, because that was the only way she had any hair, really. Because she dyed it too much. She was very vain, very narcissistic. She would play it off like she was cool with you, and she was a Capricorn like me. And in that respect, yeah, we did get along pretty decent. But she was the bitchier, darker side of Capricorn that I want no part of, because that is not who I am. Like, this chick would have no problem hexing somebody and not have any guilt whatsoever that she could kill a person because they pissed her off and she had the right to kill them. excuse me, that's manslaughter. Not to mention a fucking witch gone psycho. And those are the type of people that scare me because they should not be practicing magic because they are dangerous. They're dangerous to themselves and they're dangerous to society. They're dangerous to innocent people. And then I don't want to hear any more stories than I already do quite often about who's disappeared this time and what other young girls are missing, and the body was never found, and the parents are devastated. I don't ever want that to be me, and I would not wish it on anybody. I don't care how much of my enemy they were. I would not wish that on them because I have suffered the pain of loss so much throughout my life, this life, that I would just I would die with my child. My will to live would, if it didn't disappear altogether, I would be really shocked because it would take, I don't even know what to keep me from just laying down and dying because if one of my kids go, I'm going. And sadly, that ended up happening with David. But by the time we found out about it, he would have celebrated his 29th birthday. And the way Jim said it, just on my mom's birthday, while I was doing a live stream at her house, and this was supposed to be a happy occasion, and he just very casually mentions, oh, your son David, he passed away. Like it was nothing to get upset about, or it was no big deal, or it was no, like he could care less. But I just thought you would like to know. And oh man, I was so pissed at him at that moment that I almost quit the live. And Brooke was pissed at him too. And so was Mom later when I explained to her, do you realize what he just did? And he's just, story spree has begun. Join in now to progress. Whatever that was all about. Oh, I got 2 mystery people on here. Hello. You're welcome. Just no trolls allowed. If you're going to be here, be kind, be cool with everybody. Don't be mean and hurtful and hateful because I will stop the live stream if I have to. So as long as everybody can be cool with each other and say kind words, kind things, not, stuff that's inappropriate by my, how I feel about things. This is not, I'm not here to entertain really so much as just sharing my life experiences with others and trying to reach out to people that feel like they have nobody. And I'm always glad to meet other witches too. And if any newcomers that have subbed for my channel recently, if you are any of these 2 people, if you hit the bell icon, where you joined or whatever, I think it's right there in the same area. And then you'll be notified that whenever I do a live stream, and then hopefully you guys would be able to pop on because this makes, let's see, the 25th, 26, 27, 28. Yeah, this is my 3rd day in a row that I have done live streams, hoping that they would come on and say, hey, Jan, it's so-and-so from the live you did the other day on Christmas. So no one's alone for Christmas. And then one of you just left. So, okay, thanks for stopping by, I guess. But this is why, I know I've got to get over the fear of doing public lives because most of the time I do subs. So if you don't subscribe to my channel, then you're not going to be able to comment because to me, that's like that lays the door wide open for trolls to come in and start causing a ruckus. And I will not tolerate it. I will not tolerate negativity in my channel because that's not why I'm on here. That's not what I'm doing. I mean, heck, I'd be amazed if I ever do make it to 1,000 subs so that I can start getting monetized because then I'd be able to sell my stuff a lot better on here. I haven't heard anything from anyone, I don't think yet, about the paintings because the diamond paintings were just the most readily available. And, all my other stuff is still down in the basement. And I have no other advertising platform to use right now except this one. So when I'm on here doing a live, then I'll show my stuff that I have for sale because I definitely need the money. because even though it may seem like we get a lot on our checks each month, even the 2 checks combined, it's really not. It's still not enough to live because, well, you all know cost of living is through the roof, and it's not going down anytime soon that I know of. We were supposed to get stimulus checks. We never did. Yeah, we're going to get our raise. I mean, that's what this check is going to be. It's going to be our raise. But then guess what that means? That means they're going to cut down our food stamp amount now because they feel like we can just go out and start using cash for food, because no, we can't. And they don't care. They just, this world, I'm telling you, it's getting harder and harder to even want to continue being here, because I am so ready to just go to Saturn and just stay and just let myself be transformed into whatever energy I need to be to live on that planet and just stay there, because the earth is just so fucked up anymore. And I'm tired of living in hell. I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired of living in hell, because that's exactly what this is. Why do you think all this bad shit's going on in the world? Because we're in hell. Okay. And I'm just trying to survive it. I hope we all do. I hope a lot of us do. I hope as many of us as possible do. But I have no control over that. I'm just one person, trying to make my way in the world, trying to find my niche, experimenting with different types of things, topics and whatnot, to try and give my channel interesting content. I still haven't even devoted any time yet to going into the live stream dashboard or whatever, and start editing stuff out when I go back through and I watch and I think, okay, yeah, I said that too many times, or, I need to cut this down or whatever, because that's part of the experience of learning technological based stuff, which YouTube is. You got to know what you're doing on a computer to be able to do YouTube. So I thought about reading the book, the only computer book that I have that I was able to get for my Stratford course before that got taken away from me. I've still got what few cosmetology books that I got, but I don't know that it would be enough to give me the basics so that I could actually maybe go and apply at some of these beauty salons around here and at least try and see, but only be able to do it part-time, and tell them I would rather be paid under the table, because I don't, I need this money to live on right now. And if SSI finds out I'm working a job, then they're going to take my money. Or not even tell them that at all. Just say, look, this is all I can afford to give you. Do you have any part-time hours? Can you give me a part-time schedule? Can you give me, a decent amount of money each time, or can I have control over how much I charge people, or what, because there's a beauty salon right across the street from us I think it's called Synchronicity or something like that. And it's high end. Like, women go in there and they get their nails done and they get their makeup done and they get their hair done, so they look all pretty, and then they go home and be a bitch to everybody. Not a good thing. But I would try to withstand it, and I would try to get along with my coworkers, people that work there with me, so I could keep my job for a decent long time. It would give me experience. I would be straight with them. I'd be like, look, this is all this is all the knowledge that I have. I started a cosmetology course. I couldn't keep it. I only got a few of the books, and I just want to give it a shot and see if I can do any good at it. If I can't, then I'll just walk out and be done. But at least I'll have the satisfaction of knowing I tried. I took a chance. I went over there and said, hey, I don't know how much I can do, but blah, 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 because you got to go over a place like that. You got to go over there with a certain type of demeanor and attitude. Like, you got to walk in the door like a boss lady. Okay. Like, you own the place, kind of, sort of. I don't like the way something like that makes me feel. I don't like the way I would have to change my personality and be that stuck up prissy bitch that I would just assume smack and shove her out of my way if she came too close. because their attitudes suck. They've got the looks, so they think what? They own the world and they own everybody in it, and men should just fall at their feet and worship the ground they walk on while they treat them like shit, or just be gold diggers and just can go with them and date them because they have money, and then when they get tired of that dick, they go on to another. It's like, hello, can we say slut, bitch, hoe? No, thank you. Would rather not. Although I'm sure there's plenty of guys out there that would love if I was, but I'm not that person. As a matter of fact, I know 2 of them right now in the building. Oh well. This thing is, I'm gonna have to take it off because it's giving me too much of a headache. Now see, that's better. Better. Hey, I like that. If I could just kind of pin it just a little bit, so the bangs are kind of hanging down, but they're not in my face. It was the headband. It was putting pressure in a certain spot, and it was just like, it felt like my whole forehead was just like going, not a good thing. I think this is the one I ended up accidentally pulling the flower off of. Yes, it is. I've got the flower. I put it over here in my little cage. But hopefully I'll be able to continue wearing the wig without having to take it off, because I really do like the color. You don't get a color like this in a salon. So just call me your friendly neighborhood Capricorn good witch. I just try to help people. I try to be there for them. I try to advise them wisely. I try to guide them wisely and to be real with them and say, look, your life is what you make it out to be. And if you're just going to keep being a negative Nancy like my brother, you're never going to get anywhere in life. You're never going to have love. You're never going to have life experiences because you just want to be an asshole to everybody. And people are not going to tolerate that. So I am going to have to go back to carrying this because what is this? Probably doesn't need anything on there. Ooh, what's this? Oh, glad I got some of those hidden down there. So I don't know if that's still good or not. I guess I'll leave it in there. I'll leave those in there. I'm gonna have to switch back to this purse because. Okay, who's standing beside me? I feel somebody really strong, like right here. Well, just bear with me a minute here because I'm trying to look for some stuff and see what all I got in here. Because I don't remember. I haven't used this purse in so long. I have to stop using my Hello Kitty. And I'm devastated because I really love that purse. I even got a little wallet to match it and everything. Oh, I forgot. There's one here too. See, that was something I loved about this bag is all the hidden pockets. Or all the multiple pockets, I should say. And then you have 2 pockets on the sides here. You have one here, one here. You can put some things in. You just got to be careful what. I need to see if I have a makeup case in here. Because, yes, I do. Yay. My daughter, Zephyr, so loved this bag that she's like, Mom, where did you get that? I like your bag. So I told her, wow, what is all this stuff? Here's another pair of earbuds. Oh man, that means I could listen to my music if I wanted. What is this? I did not even know I had this stuff in here. Screen cleaning towelette. Oh, okay. hey, I could use one of those right now because this computer could definitely use a dust off. Okay, I need to. Oh, this stuff's going to end up in the floor because my cats are probably going to be like, hey. And this, believe it or not, is a battery. Isn't that cool? Like you can plug your phone into it if you're out and about and your phone's about to die and you kind of need your phone. And this is just a bunch of extra key rings that I have. None of these keys really have any meaning. I got my little multi-tool here. I got this thing that says Capricorn. I got that from one of the dailies. Is that CVS or nope? I don't remember what this key goes to, or if it goes to anything. This is one of the little keychains I made, though. This is, see the little purple disc? That's some of the stuff that I can do with my resin kit. So right now, I'm just kind of taking this stuff out to see what all is in here because I haven't carried it in so long. I honestly forgot. Oh, here's my Sarah Coventry. Yeah, this is actually Sarah Coventry, man. I lucked out getting this for sure. Because, Sarah Coventry is definitely like top of the line, kind of thing. My mom was so jealous when I walked in the door with this because she wanted it for herself. I know my mom, she's a Leo. She's got a love for such things like I do. I also have a Lady Remington. Okay. So right now I'm just clearing out my purse to see what I do have in here. Okay, what's back here? Evolved. Walk-ins. Is that where I got my tattoo done? Oh my God, it is. What is this? I don't even know. I see. That's what I mean. I need to clean this stuff out. My little books like this, I try to keep. Get out of my face. See, my bangs are getting in my face again. That's 720. Yeah, that's dead. Positive patient. I don't know why I kept these. These were hospital labels for when they do labs on you. Okay, what is this? Because as much of this stuff as I can take out of here. Okay, what's this? Oh, that was my driver's license before I got my plastic one in the mail. I had to carry that paper around. Okay, this I definitely want to save. This, I'm not sure. But for now, I'll just stick it in here and kind of sort through it later. Yeah, maybe I'll get some of my little flower hair clips or something. And okay, what else is back here? See, try to be smart. Carry a first aid kit. This is one of those little travel ones. And this is some kind of a pouch that I had in there. Huh. Might be able to use that to put my pot pipe in or something. Okay. Didn't I have another book? Yeah, it's up here. Okay. The Sarah Coventry definitely stays. Okay, let me try to, I suppose that'll fit in there, will it? Yes, it does. Okay, good. This, I'm sure, needs charged, and I do want to charge that because I might need it sometime. This is just basically like, I need to go through this sometime. Guess what? Oh my God. Has been loaded. This is like an important book that I like to try and keep in my purse because it's got information. There's like passwords in here I need to go through and see what ones actually still work and what ones don't or that I'm not using. So I think this, or did I literally fill every page? Okay, I almost filled every page. There's only that many pages, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 pages left. Okay, I've definitely got to get a hair clip. Okay, this I think I may have had these in. Because these are earbuds, and this is like one of the little pouches that I created when I have something I'm trying to keep, secure and easy, not worry about it getting damaged if it's in its own little pouch. And that green book is an important book to me too, because there's a lot of information in there that I need to copy so I can destroy those pages, because then there would be no reason for me to keep them. And this doesn't have a strap, but I can put straps on them, to where you could like wear it either across your body or just around your neck if you wanted, push it in there. And this is diary, a real pretty diary. Look at that butterfly. It's all sparkly. I got this from the gift shop at one of the hospitals I was at one time. Chris was in there getting something done. I forget what he was in there for, but if I remember right, it was something pretty serious. Oh yeah, this has got, yeah, this is important. It's got a lot of stuff in it. I think I will put that in here, so it's like right in the front. But I like having a little journal like this, because as long as you have a purse this size, you can fit this in there no problem. And that way I don't have to, search around for a scrap of paper when I'm trying to write some information down or something for somebody. These, there's really no need for me to keep in here, so I'm not going to. I'm probably just going to leave them in here because I don't need it. I'm trying to minimize as much as I can. Okay, enough chit chat. And I've checked the purse pretty thoroughly. Let me see what makeup I have in here. Oh, here's a nice for the cheeks. It's like kind of like a dusty rose or something. Brick rose. This is brick rose. It's kind of nice color. And this, the City Mini Palette. This is a Maybelline. And it's like, I like this stuff here because you can put it under your eyes when you have dark circles. And it's eyeshadows. Like there's some purple, there's some dark brown, some beige, some gold, and some blue. So these are like some favorite colors. And how old is this? I honestly don't know. I don't know. Well, they always come from the West, so it might be Jenny. Now this is cute. Actually, that is powder foundation. I completely forgot I had that. So maybe I'll put on my makeup or something just for fun, while I'm doing the live. That's something I've not done on here yet. What color is this? Ooh, it's white and glittery, and I like my sparkle. I might be a grounded Capricorn, but that doesn't mean I don't like my sparkle. Okay, this is Photo Finish, Smooth and Blue. Okay, now they say this is a primer. This came in a makeup kit that I bought. But if it's, do you put it on? Because I always would put it on before I would do my makeup. And what else? Ooh, I found my black. Yay. It's got a skull on it. You can hardly see it, though. It's faded. I knew I had some cool makeup in here. Okay. Perfect here's the liquid foundation even. But as you know, if you don't use makeup after a certain amount of time, here's a lighter pink blush. Doesn't have the color listed on it anymore. Oh, I hope this is a good one. I found another emery board because I'm always needing those. Ooh, I have Imari. I didn't remember having this. It must have been a special one that I got, like a set from Amazon or something. And this is supposed to be like a liquid, like makeup, I think. Oops. Oh dear. Uh-oh. It's like a gel eyeliner. I'm looking for a pokey thing. Grab one of my. This is how you improvise and make a pokey when you have nothing else. Paper clip. But once you unfold it, don't even try it. Don't even try to turn it back into a paper clip because it won't work. I've tried it. I'm like, no. Because this stuff is supposed to be like it's not powder. It's liquid or something. Yes. Very liquid. Oh, where's the trash can when you need one? Here, I'll wipe it on here, maybe to keep the bed bugs away. This is like a, stir it up. Supposed to be like a real pretty white, glittery liquid eyeshadow. So it's gotten kind of like lumpy and stuff. I'm just trying to stir it here. Because if I would have stuck my finger down in it, it would have been like, it's like, no, do that. Okay. And so I'm not wasting any. Here, let me do this. I can do it right. Big. Actually. La 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 la. See if I can do this without putting my eyes out. This is not going to last very long. But we'll try to put some of this on because I just don't want to waste any of this. Oh, crap. Well, so much for that. I just did waste it because this hair is getting in my way. Okay, let me get some of my flower clips because otherwise I'm not going to be able to do this. Okay. That's a little better, but not much. Yeah. See. This is not working. Anyway. Let me bring it. I'm going to try to. I was just trying to keep from wasting any of that liquid stuff, so. I also bought me a kit, an acrylic kit for acrylic nails. these haven't dried up. You know, I see a lot of women do makeup tutorials on here and stuff, but I don't really consider this a makeup tutorial. This is just stuff that I remember, believe it or not, from a Cosmo video once, like all the way back when I was in my teens. No joke. I need a paper clip to hopefully close this down so it won't dry out. Sorry, I have to keep shutting the screen down so I can get my paper clips because they're behind. Okay, so this I will keep up here. Hopefully the screen looks better. So I know this rose is way too big and I was just trying to get it out of my face. Okay, so this late at night, I would probably feel like the powder foundation is the way to go because putting liquid on this late at night just doesn't seem like a good idea. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to take. Oh, damn it! I'm gonna have to take my hair. Ouch! Ouch! Off because I can't do this. It's getting in the way. For the longest time, when I did my makeup, I did it, and I always end up getting it all over my outfit. I only put on mascara, blush, lipstick, eyeshadow, and that was it. I didn't do foundation. Not the foundation's bad, because it's not. But you still have to learn how to do it right, too. Okay, so that turns into there. That turns into there. I'm going to have to put this thing in the wash tomorrow for sure. Okay, that one's done. So then what I do is I get each item done. I put it in there. Okay, now what's these? Oh, I have a blush brush. Yay. And another little emery board. And I think this is eyeliner. I think this is some of my lip stain, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. This is the kind that, you know, if you get it on, you better do it right, because once it dries, if you fuck up, it's going to look like shit. So I'm not going to be doing those. I'm pretty sure this is, yeah, this is eyeliner. Now, eyeliner I do like to do. I haven't done this in a while, so I don't even know how this is turning out because I'm using the computer screen as a, ooh, what color have we here? Oh, I forgot. Okay, I can do, this by feel. This is eyeliner. This is eyeliner crayon. That's why I love it. Because it just makes my job so much easier. Mascara. And this is my newest. So. Some of you may be saying, how the hell do you do that? very carefully. Whoops. See, even I mess up. Oh well. So this one I'm going to put in here. This is my makeup bag. Actual makeup bag. Okay, what is this? I think this is like a liquid lips, I think. Pretty sure. It's either lip or eye. I can't remember which. So if it don't feel right or seem to have really much color as lip, I'll do it as eye next time. All right. Do I want to do my black? Yeah, I think black's going to show up better. See how that lightens up underneath? And yes, I'm wiping it on the sheet because the sheet's dirty anyway. Okay. You know, there's still another open thing of those in the front room, right? I'm just saying, those I know probably need to get eat because they're in that plastic container and they're on that side of the TV table.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, why not? It's, it's nighttime. It's Friday night. Yeah, might as well play around with some makeup. Do we do gold or do we do blue? Let's do blue. Gosh, what I do. This is just the rough, I haven't, and then I'll blend it in. I'll blend all the colors in. Cheeks. Let's do this one. Come on. But what I was trying to say earlier never finished. Apologize for that. There's, makeup after a time starts breaking down. So you owe it to yourself to either throw away the old stuff and, try to get yourself some new as soon as you can. And this I'll blend also. And yes, in a pinch, if you have a nice cheek color that you like, whether it's daytime or nighttime, you can use it on your eyes for eyeshadow. So that way you have matching eyeshadow. I'll do some pink here. Give it a little Bit of extra oomph. This part of what I remember from the Cosmo video was that when you have a dark eyeshadow, whether it's powder or liquid, I would prefer powder myself. You take it and you do it in the crease of the eye down here, and then you do your lid colors, then you do your above colors. Okay. I'm gonna have to get this set again. I wish you guys could smell this. It's really nice. Amari's my absolute favorite. Okay, here we go. Now, hopefully this will turn out right. I be witching. Because see, when you blend all the colors, you ultimately get the less is more kind of thing. See the total difference of me now that I've got just that little bit of makeup on. It does change your appearance. Okay, this is a pouch that I'm seriously thinking about using for one of my pipes that I can like carry it in, because I usually try to use baggies, because the thing about cloth like this is it could stick to it. But I'll keep that out. I got my battery out because I need to charge it. All right, so now I've got my new mascara in there. Oh, crap. And sadly, I would be in the process of doing my purse change, but in order to do that, I have to go into the living room and get my other purse that I can no longer carry, sadly. At least not the way I've been carrying it, because I keep overfilling it and it won't stay zipped. Carry my kitty purse anymore. I've got too much in it that won't stay zipped. So I'm changing to a different one. I'll remember to shut this off, yes, I will do that here in a minute. But again, scissors are not a prominent thing right now. I want to get my This is my Hello Kitty purse, black and gold. I absolutely love and adore. But I can't carry it as my purse anymore because it's just one of those. It's just one pocket. And I'm knocking my candies in the floor. At least they're not open. I even got a matching black and gold kitty wallet to go with it and everything. I was real excited. But this is meant to be more of like an evening purse anyway, because it just don't really have the room for what I'm trying to make it have the room for. See here, I can put my tarot cards in there. There's so much more room in a bigger purse. And when you're a Capricorn gal like me, you know, it's like, yeah, I know we're pack rats, you know, but that doesn't mean that we should be constantly reminded of it by people that love us and that we love, because they're minimalists and we're not. This purse is a lot more sturdy too. I think I can put these in the back. Oh, crap. How did that get open? Oh, man, come on. Don't tell me. This thing is not going to seal shut now. Oh, crap. Hope there aren't any fucking roaches in there. Guess I'm going to have to, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to have to do a paper clip. There we go. I'm glad I noticed that because some of the stuff that I have learned by experience, of course, because I mean, let's face it, experience is the best teacher. And I got my fly. Like they're kind of like amber glasses. They're purple. They're blingy, and I need to make a crochet a case for those, or the lenses are going to end up getting scratched up. These are my Capricorn crystals and some of my newest vessels from Creepy Hollows. I'll put those in here if I can fit them in here. And if I find a pouch that, I'm trying to stick something in and it don't seem to want to go and I can't zip it, okay, then I won't do it. I'll put it in a different one. Okay, hairbrush. Probably thinking right now, how the hell are you doing that on both legs? I don't know. Very carefully. See, there's a baggie. This is what I prefer to use as like a pot pipe, kind of thing. Where can I put my ink pen? Put it there. Put this in here because I might need it again. Pokey thing will go back in that. Put this in here until I decide how I'm going to use it. Is that everything? Almost. Almost. I got some loose change here I need to put in my already empty fucking change purse. Because there was just one day that money was just not available and we needed gas for the car. So, okay, where am I going to put this? I don't even know. I guess I'll put it up there. Okay, come on. Get on there. Please. Don't fight me. I've had a hell of a day. Oh, it's gonna bite me. Come on. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oof. Get my candy off the floor here. I adore this purse. I really do. But it's gotten to the point now it just won't stay zipped. And there's too many areas that are just not zipping all the way anymore. And that's very upsetting because I really did love that purse. But I mean, my cosmic one's not too terrible. I mean, it's a lot more room and everything, like I pointed out. Whoops. Now I'm knocking stuff in the floor. Here, we'll put the pokey thing in there. Now, hopefully, I can halfway decently put this back on. And, oh yeah, I got to go out and get those scissors to trim the bangs. I'm going to keep wearing this because otherwise it's not working. Okay. Because the bangs are just too long, and I can't stand them in my face. See, look how long those bangs are. It's like, dang it. So if I had my elf outfit on today, yeah, I'd probably be getting a lot of oohs and ahs from people. Let me go get the scissors so I can wear this and it'll stop bugging me. Trim these bangs up so I can wear them. wig, not have them down on my eyes and face, because then I can't see. Yeah, but all I can say in my defense there is I'm not doing it to be mean. I'm really not. Okay. Let's try right now.
I'm not having a day feeling that on my phone. That's part of what it does.
See, I think this is going to be difficult because this is not actual hair, and it's so easy to screw it up, you know.
Everything on your phone and send that information back to you.
So hopefully it's enough. Because a wig like this, you really got to be, you know, especially careful, because if you cut it too short in the bangs, then it's going to look like shit. And that's what I'm trying to avoid. I want to be able to wear it comfortably, you know. Let's try this. Maybe they're supposed to go up under here. Just to give it more stability. If it'll stay, that is. Here we go again. How'd I do? Not too awful bad. I mean, I can already see where, you know, I've got a spot right there that okay. That's much better. Yes, I will get around to the dailies. I will. It's just I've had a hell of a day, guys. But it was a good day, you know, because, like I said, I did a me day and took some time for myself. Went over and even took care of my mom today, which I need to do an encouragement spell to very gently get her back to our original verbal agreement, and this time even get it in writing if I have to, so that she can't do this to me again. Now, don't get me wrong. I love my mother. I love my mother dearly, and it definitely has not been easy being raised by a Leo when you're a Capricorn like me. And, you know, because, I mean, we're food to lions. So, but, you know, me and my mom, we're lucky in the sense that we are that very rare combination of Capricorn and Leo that you either love each other one minute, hate each other the next, or you just won't be able to get along at all. You'd be like, no, this is not working. I'm out of here. I know it wasn't easy for my mom, you know, raising us 3 kids by herself. Thank God welfare came into play then, because we definitely needed it at the time, for sure. And, you know, it encouraged her to keep us, because she was ready to send all 3 of us off to different foster homes, because she just could not see sensibly, realistically, practically how she was going to raise us with no money, no job, you know, no income. And Dad was gone. She kicked him out when I was 4 and got a divorce from him. But if you want to know that sad story, you'll have to go back a ways into my lives and find it, because I couldn't even so much as give you a date, because I've mentioned it more than once. The trauma that I have suffered as a child myself, the trauma that I know my brother and sister both suffered, mostly, sadly, at my dad's hand. My dad was a very intelligent guy, and, he could build computers from scratch, and, he worked at Fermi Lab, and, he was a veteran, and, he was a Virgo, and I don't know how him and Mom lasted 4 years, to be honest, because more than once she would find him cheating on her. And if they're going to cheat once, they're going to do it again. I'm sorry, but that just seems to be 9 times out of 10 the way it goes. And I have had all too often relationships that were exactly that way. Like, they would 4F me and then move on down the road. And if you want to know what 4F means, go back to one of my other lives. Depending on how far back you have to go, if, say, you go back several and you don't hear me say it anywhere, I'll go ahead and repeat it here, or hell, I'll just do it now. I don't care. 4Fs. Find them, feel them, fuck them, forget them. That's the 4Fs. And I have had men do that to me literally my entire life. Every guy that I ever fell for. Gave my whole heart to, just tossed me aside when they were tired of fucking me. That's all I was to them. I was just a piece of ass. I wasn't somebody that they could see spending the rest of their life with, or, truly loving. So I gave up for a long time. Tried a couple of one-night stands, and stuff, but that just didn't feel right to me. I'm against that kind of thing. I don't like it. So it's not exactly something you want to bring into a relationship, because there's some people out there that do this whole poly thing, more than one partner, and I don't like that kind of stuff. I mean, I won't necessarily not be friends with somebody if they're poly or they're multiple sex partners or whatever, but just don't ever ask me to be one of yours, because I will not. I am strictly monogamous. I am with that person and that person only, not anybody that'll fuck me, kind of shit. I don't do that. Because I've had it done to me, like I said, all my life. And one night, I remember sitting on my bed here in this very room, looking out one of the west windows, crying at the full moon and begging and pleading with the goddess to bring me a true love, that somebody that would stick with me and, not cheat on me, not do me wrong, not leave, not hurt me. I mean, well, there's going to be a degree of hurt. You can't stop it. All you can do really is minimize it. When you find each other sniping at each other and snapping, then just go, look, babe, I'm sorry. Maybe we should talk later when we both had a chance to cool down, because obviously we've had a hell of a day and now we're taking it out on each other. And that's not a good thing. That's not the way love's supposed to be, not in my book. So, relationships have just always been the hardest for me, the most challenging, because all I seem to do is get hurt. And when you've had that done to you your entire life by every guy that you've fallen for, and then they just 4F you and leave. But Chris didn't do that. He's stuck it out with me this long. I've stuck it out with him. But there's still days when, if we're up like high stress, and that's going on more often than we like right now, it's just making things worse, because, Chris is getting his therapy for, the cancer. And we've already been warned that, yeah, that's going to tend to make you in a grumpy mood sometimes. So we have to remind ourselves when those times happen, don't snap at each other and don't take it personally, and know that they're not trying to be that way. It's just part of the side effects of the treatment or the stress levels or whatever, combination of both. So we need to learn as a family to be able to sit down and discuss things, um, start feeling each other's moods out and being able to work around them. Uh, be able to work in harmony with one another, and then everybody's okay, and let's get on with our day, kind of thing. I would like to be able to do some craft projects on here again. I just don't know when that's going to be, because guys, you've seen my life the past 3 days, just the past 3 days. Now go all the way back to Thanksgiving and us picking Noah up down some place in BFE, bumfucked Egypt, we call it, at midnight to pick him up when the bus let him off at the bus station. I was like, oh my God. And that was $140 that I shelled out for him. So when he gets his first check, I am going to expect at least 20 towards that 150. I'm going to just round it off to 150 because of the gas and everything that we used to do the amount of driving we had to do to go get him, to bring him home, But when I did the True Love spell, I should have been more specific at what I was looking for in a partner, and I should not have been okay with somebody that smokes, that has autism, that has angry outbursts because of it, because they're so highly intelligent. Sometimes they get agitated, and then, it's like World War III in here. Not being with a man that's autistic, and that's why I literally got 3 books on autism today from the library, renewed my library card just so I could get those books and start reading them and start learning the coping mechanisms that the authors of these books have used that helped them, because they themselves were autistic and ADHD when they grew up. And being able to hear a firsthand account of what that type of hell was like for them is very insightful, very informative, educational, and it helps me better understand. Okay, now I get it. This is how you handle this. Try this. Maybe say it this way, or, come up together as a family, work out some kind of a system where if things are going a bad direction, one of us notices and says, okay, guys, let's bring it back here. Let's get back to the happy. So we need to talk things out. What's going on? What is everybody feeling? And actually, as funny as this may sound, kind of play around with the idea of, let's use a talking stick. Whoever's got the stick gets to have their say. And until they're not holding that stick anymore and they pass it to the next person, everybody else got to shut up. Shut up and listen. No interruptions. No, but, I don't want to hear it. It's this person's chance to talk. Everybody else shut up and listen. Take notes. Write shit down. Things that you can try when episodes happen so that you can get through it the least wounded and hurtful as you possibly can for everybody, for each other, okay? Noah, he needs to stop being up all night and then sleeping all day. He needs to shut everything off at 10 o'clock like I have asked, nicely, more than a few times, and trying not to be a bitch about it, because I'm not going to be, I don't like doing that. But at the same time, a certain degree of stern that, like, look, I'm not trying to be a bitch here, but I'm telling you, some change has got to happen if this is going to work, because the way things are going on right now is not working. You need to sit up more on the couch instead of laying around so much. You need to stop playing the guitar so much. We need to pick a time of day that you're allowed to do that, and then give us a break, because as much as we love and encourage you to keep playing because you're decent, we need a break from it sometimes too. And when it's constantly going on, that's what causes the agitation. That's what causes tempers to flare. And then the next thing you know, boom, you're blowing up at each other. And that's what I'm trying to avoid for all of us here. 10 o'clock, everything shut off. TV, games, phone, I don't want to hear it. If you want to play music because you need music to fall asleep, okay, fine. Stop sleeping on your phone. Stop sleeping with it on your chest and then breaking a freaking cord to charge it, which he already broke one of his cords. And then we had to walk to my mom's the other day because he wanted his cord because he can't function without a phone. But stuff has got to change if we're going to live together harmoniously in this house as a family. Should be able to. I don't want a repeat of what I went through when I was the kid and my parents were getting divorced or at each other's throats or, whatever. I mean, just downright abusing each other, right? That's not good. Part of being a functional family is you've got to be able to feel heard, acknowledged, accepted, understood. You need to learn to compromise. You need to learn to sit down and make a list, throw out ideas, as many as you want, even if they sound crazy. Write them, just throw them out there. We'll write them down. We'll go over them. We'll try some things. I am going to maybe here soon take maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure yet, but tomorrow's going to be busy because it's going to be payday for me and Chris, and there's probably going to be some running that's going to have to be done. So, I don't know that I'll be able to do it tomorrow, but I'll try if we can. And we're not too exhausted after all the running's done for the day. I want to take Noah to the library that I was at today, and I want both to talk to somebody that works there, get a paper, because they usually have those papers sitting around of upcoming events and different things, and see if I can't talk to them about, is there any way we can get some kind of a little shop or something, or some kind of event, if you want to call it that, where we can have some parents in here that also have autistic children and ADHD children, and they also have adult partners that suffer from one or both, so that we can all learn together in a controlled, safe environment where everybody's there because they want to learn. They want to be better parents. They want to be better kids to their parents, and be better human beings and individuals. And, part of the joy of being a parent is watching them live and grow. But also getting them to acknowledge that they got to do their part too. We don't want to be the bad guys here, but if we tell you something more than 3 times and you're still doing it, that's going to cause a problem, because that means you're not listening to us. Therefore, you're not respecting us. Therefore, you're going to lose your place to live. And I don't want to do that, because he was taken away from us for, might as well say 13 years thereabouts, because he was raised by somebody else. I only got to see him if he had a doctor's appointment here in Columbus somewhere, and Corey was feeling generous enough to take the time to call me or text me, and we would go have lunch somewhere close to where we lived, so we could at least have that little bit of time together. And then her and Noah would head back to Mansfield or whatever, and it's like all of a sudden all these years have gone by, and your son is as tall as a tree, and he's 19 and he's playing guitar, and it's like, what? You feel bad because you missed out on all of that. But it wasn't your fault. It wasn't his fault, and I'm certainly not blaming Corey as much as it sounds like I am. I believe she did the very best that she could do. And yeah, it was a lot easier for everybody when Randy was around, but she lost her husband, not too long ago. Bless him. He died of COVID. I didn't even know what he had died from until my son mentioned it one day when he was talking to some of his friends. And I was like, oh, wow, I'm sorry, honey. I didn't know that that's how he died. I thought he died from like a heart attack or stroke or something. I didn't know what actually killed him. And it was COVID. I was like, oh my gosh, I can just imagine the devastation that caused Corey and the boys. And that's not easy to come back from, because you're going to miss that person forever. And just know in your heart, as long as you're open-minded enough, you will feel them. And then it won't hurt so bad, because they might not have a physical, solid flesh, blood, and bone body, but they're there. You can still feel their essence. You can hear them. You can, it's like, oh, hi. You learn to be able to tell who is who, what's what, which is which, so on and so on. Um, and it's a joy. It really is. It's part of what I love about being a witch and being Wiccan and being intuitive and being psychic and being all the things that I am in the paranormal realms. I'm an ethereal celestial. I mean, I cannot explain. I can try, and I have several times, but feel like I failed miserably. Um, what it feels like to hear that and read it and have the spirit that came through and give this part of your soul back to you. That's their way of proving, see, I am part of you. I am part of your family. I'm part of your life. Let me be. I love you. I want to help. And when I found Creepy Hollows, it just opened up an entire world to me of possibilities. I have spirits coming to me left and right anymore because they know as long as they're good spirits, this is a safe haven. But I don't want them haunting us and stuff and disrupting our sleep and making us have bad dreams at night or keeping us up or terrifying any of us, to where we can't sleep. Just, I will let you know when it's okay, and if you really do want to be part of my spirit family and you are yourself a spirit, then they'll show you the ropes, because just ask any of them. There's a lot. I have 20 immortals. I have dragons. I have unicorns. I have jinn. I have fairies. I have gargoyles, hellhounds, werewolves, vampires, Bigfoot. The list goes on and on, but they're all in spirit form. But that doesn't mean that they're any less alive. It's just they get it. They understand that to be in the earth realm, you have to be of the earth, flesh, blood, and bone. But when that time has passed for you and you find your way back to your spirit family, bam, you're not alone anymore. And that's one of the things I know has got to drive Chris the craziest, because I talk to my spirit family all the time. I talk to my ancestors. I talk to spirit guides. I talk to the angels. I am a very outspoken person, and I know it drives him nuts, but this is me. Take it or leave it. If you can't handle it, there's the door. I don't want to be that harsh, but this was my place before it became, inhabited by others. And yeah. Can't we all just get along? I know that was a famous quote that somebody did. I think it was some black guy. And with all this race stuff going on nowadays, please don't think that I'm being insulting when I call someone a black person. If I call them a nigger, again, just hear me out. If I call them the N-word, okay, then it's only because they're assholes. They're jerks. They're problem makers. They're troublemakers. They're thieves. They're liars. They're deceivers. They're the dark ones that you want to avoid at all costs, because being associated with them is just not worth it. I speak from experience. I've had a lot of dark ones come after this old Cappy because they want that power and they know that I strive to be good. So what do you think dark ones are going to do? They're going to do everything they possibly can to win me over. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. Give it up. Find somebody else to bother, because you ain't getting this bitch. And they say, if you piss off a Capricorn, run. Oh yeah, you don't want to see me pissed. You do not want to see me pissed. You probably have before, and if however many lives you've gone back and, watched or whatever. And is this for real? Is there somebody still on here? Oh yeah, I wish I knew what it was. And it's open, so they should be able to comment, but maybe they're just listening, watching, which is fine as long as they're not mean or unfriendly. And if they don't want to join, it's okay, because it's not like, I don't even, at last I checked, I had like 20 followers. 20, you can't even get monetized for, you got to have at least 1,000. How far away from 1,000 is 20? Quite a bit. I have been on here every day because I've been hoping that my new subs would come on and say, hey. That really seemed to make me feel like when we did that live on Christmas, they really wanted to get to know me. And I realized that some of what might be going on is they may just be picking and choosing picking out a few random lives that I've done on this channel, because I don't even know how many there are, guys. I mean, I'll go through and count them one day, and this will be look on my face. Holy shit. It's like, how did I do that one? But okay, works for me. Now what? I'm popular. Yay. But with great power comes great responsibility. Yeah. The darkest thing that I have ever done, and I only did it once, I hexed somebody with a very real, be spelled, empowered, kicks your ass voodoo doll made from a Haitian who was a voodoo priest or priestess, very powerful individual. And I hexed this girl that used to be a friend of mine. I'll just say her first name. Her first name was Chris. She was a Capricorn like me. She had a girl named after a certain, I don't know if that's considered a city or state, but I'm trying to not be too obvious. When I met Chris, she seemed pretty cool. She was a witch like me. She was fairly young. I used to go to the Wednesday night spiritual group downtown. I would love to start doing that with Noah, because I think that would be a good start to help him kind of get back into some kind of spiritual happening. But I have to say, I just really, if it's his choice and he really wants to go and he really wants to do it, then it's his responsibility to find a way to make sure that he gets sleep that night, so that he will be able to wake up at a certain time in the morning before Jim pulls up in the back of our building to take him to church with him. If you're not going to commit to doing it, don't do it. Don't make false promises you can't keep, that you have no intention of keeping. You just say it because somebody wants to hear it. That is not the way you do things. So I have a long road ahead of me. Anybody that has autistic family members, I would be like just ecstatic if you could get on here with me and help me understand tips. Give me some things to try. I will try to let you guys know how I'm doing in the autism book. I might even read some of it tomorrow, because as soon as we wake up, me and Chris usually wake up different times, but as soon as everybody's up and everything, Chris is probably going to want to get out the door as quickly as we can, because once he's always up before me 9 times out of 10, but they're here lately. It's been really weird because I've been waking up like a handful of seconds or minutes after him. And I'm like, what am I doing up this early? This is not my time. I'm not a morning person. I've never been a morning person. You give me until 10 a.m. to sleep, I'm good, because I will not take naps during the day, because I so love my family and friends out there that I literally exhaust myself constantly trying to help them, trying to reach out to them, trying to be an ear when they need someone to listen, trying to be a voice when they need guidance, a hug when they're having a bad day, But even if I could just get my son Noah involved in some stuff at the library, and we'll get his age group, we'll make sure that the kids aren't too young, because then he might feel a little awkward. Like, I won't go any lower than 14, because Noah is 19 in body, but he has more the mentality of a 14-year-old, and, kind of a developmentally delayed. And I remember my son David had that very same issue when he was still alive and with us. And David, if that's you, honey, hello, I love you. How you doing? Sorry, I'm so busy, crazy. Yes, that is Sissy and me. She painted that frame for us, and I'm really enjoying showing it off, because especially when I do a public one. But this is me and my daughter. She literally painted that frame right in front of me, and then used this tiny little device that was no bigger than that, guys, okay? and printed up the picture right there and signed the back of it, dated it and everything, and took a picture with each of us, just me and that person. She did it with me, she did it with Noah, she did it with grandma, she did it with grandpa, and she did it with dad. So we all have our little ornament that matches it, that she colored the same colors. And she had this beautiful paint color palette that my mom really likes. So I'm going to have to message her sometime and say, sweetie, where did you get that? Can you help me get one, or send me a link to where you got that? If I can get it on Amazon or something, especially, that would be wonderful, because grandma really likes it and she wants one. So, maybe that would encourage me to start going out and getting some canvas and getting some of the tiles, which are the flat, hard ones, that I did. I don't know where they are, though. Are they still up there? Yes. I need to make some hangers. Come on, I can do this. Oh, not the thing on the floor, but oh well. Okay. And this is like totally me, isn't it? Now I like my wig. Okay, these are really dusty because they've been sitting on my desk, and they're like probably about as, whoops, now I'm knocking stuff onto the floor. Let me get that. I hope kitty cat wasn't under there. Come on, where did you go? Where did you go? There it is. I'm leaving it out because I want to remind myself to get it charged here in a little bit. These have been sitting on my desk behind me, and I put them on the shelf I did to try and keep them as clean as I possibly could. This is a tile, and it's just, it's just a really, see how thin? It's a really flat piece, and I believe I wrote my name on the back. Done by JMM or Janelle, but I didn't date it, so I don't even know how old these are now. That's the witch sign. That can be a sign of protection. Okay. Done by Janet Mabius, or Janelle for short. Okay, this is God. And Goddess. And this I tried to do, like, there's an altar in the middle, and then I tried to do, what was that, a cauldron over here in the corner, but the cauldron itself, I would have to darken it because I never did. Some of it I did with Sharpie, so I need to get me a Sharpie or something and color it in. As a matter of fact, I have one. But these are just three, freehand. I didn't use a machine or anything to do them. What am I looking for? I'm looking for, do we want to do blue? Or do we want to do, let's do black, I guess. I don't know. But this is totally me. I love it. Okay. Let me retrace this so at least it can be seen better. Okay. I'm not very good at fire, but it can be fire or smoke. And I'm going to redo the altar. And I was going to put some like symbols on it, but I wasn't sure if I could, like, to try and make it look like it was literally you're looking down on the top of the altar. This is a rough Capricorn sign, and this down here in the corner is Saturn, for the planet Saturn, because that's what I'm ruled by. So see, does that look better? Can you see it now? Yeah, see the cauldron? Looks like a tree's coming out of it. I can't do fire, so, it can just be like smoke or something. So it's obvious that there is a fire, But yeah, I just did these one day, and I've been meaning to do a strap of some type on the back. And since I wrote it on this end, I'm going to consider this up. So, but take and it would take a stronger stapler than I currently have. I might be able to glue it on with some Loctite and some yarn, but I don't know how well that would hold. Like, I would rather do like a brush on glue or something, or maybe put some epoxy resin on it, a drop to hold it in place and try to flatten it out as much as you can. But that way, it's not coming off of there, hopefully. What side is up with these? Okay, that's that one and that. So, witch sign, a god symbol, and goddess symbol. And I tried to make an altar. Okay, what other symbols do I want to put on here? Well, we could do witch sign right in the center. Over here, we can do the triquetra, which is hard to do. I messed it up. Let me do something else. This side would be the goddess side. If this was an altar, this would be the god side. I know there's some other ones that I know that I usually. Here we go. Sort of a star. Stars are hard to do. Here, let's do a money sign. And we can also do blessings, which I believe was something like this. And then you did like 3 little like drops down here. So that's the blessing showering down. This can be like full moon. And this can be new moon. Don't think you can't even tell that's a money sign. Didn't do that very good. Anyway. So there you go. I just put some additional touches because you can see the black a lot better. The black dot over on this side is a dark moon, and then the one above it is a full moon. So I will leave that one up so it can dry. So yeah, I've done stuff like these but was my point. These were tiles. And would I sell these? No. I would probably keep this particular set because, for one, it's the first set I ever did like this, completely freehand. And the only other things that I've painted is there's a painting in the dining room on the wall. I will try to bring in sometime during a live stream and show it to you guys so you can see it. And it turned out not a way I expected, but when I was done, I was like, oh, and it was just so amazing. And then there's one in the living room, but it's up kind of high. So that would be the hardest one to be able to get down and show, because then I'll have to get up and get down without breaking the altar or anything like that. So, but these, if somebody liked these and they wanted something similar, I could probably get a pack of tiles and give it a try, and try to do that set better, because this set, it's okay. But at the same time, I wish I would have done better with it. I really do. So, but this was just me playing around, and I was like, well, let's see what I can do. And I don't even know why I chose yellow as the main color, because of the background. No biggie. I will lean those up against there and hope my cats don't knock them down. Oh, dailies. Sorry. I really did go off on a tangent, didn't I? I'm sorry. Hang on. Let me put these back here with my knife. Hey, Kalika. I'm getting you guys confused again. That might be who I'm feeling. Oh, whoa, here we go again. I'm telling you, man, those things just are not. That is not a good place for those because they keep getting knocked over. But because I'm so wide and heavy right now, my hips grind into the sides of the chair and it hurts, kills me. Okay. And then my cat, Bella, was playing with my freaking straps on my goth pants earlier, the little shit. It may be the goddess of the day is trying to get my attention. If so, I'm sorry, whoever it is. And if you're trying to get me to understand who it is and I'm not hearing you, I'm sorry. Okay, what time is it? 8:19. Okay. What is my affirmation for today? Authenticity. That is definitely true because I always try to be authentic. All natural, original, just doing my own thing kind of thing. Authenticity. See the little typewriter with the megaphone, isn't that cute? Authenticity is the name of the game. Whatever comes up, I will feel it. Whatever needs to be said, I will say it. Whoever doesn't get it doesn't have to get it, but at least they know it because I've said it. And that's way better than leaving a passive-aggressive note about it. That's cute. Very true, and that is very me. What is the affirmation for everybody else today? Manifestation. If you could have anything you wanted, what would it be? Get specific and get greedy. You are holding a magic wand and you can conjure up anything. Could it be that when you declare your wishes out loud, you're actually casting a spell for your dreams to come true? Or is it just that, in a very practical sense, the more people you speak with about your desires, the more folks there are who knows what you want and might have the means to help you make them happen. Either way, stop waiting and start manifesting, but don't use that word if you don't want to. And that was in parentheses, but don't use that word if you don't want to. So there you go. Manifestation. Stop being negative. If you want it, manifest it. I'm going to get it. I got this. Something wonderful is going to happen today. Live it, love it, be it. Whoops. All right, that's that one. I really wish I could get some comments from people and, hear a lot of people saying, oh, yeah, we love it when you do that. It's like, well, then why aren't you telling me? It might actually help my channel and help me get closer to being able to get monetized or by some miracle getting 1,000+ followers out of just nowhere and go, what happened? What did I do? But okay, I'm not complaining. Bring it. Let's see what I can do, right? The 3 taps is waking up the deck. What message does the Green Oracle have for me today?
3.
The wild. And one of my cats has... Will you guys quit freaking opening the damn door? Oh!
No.
It's pissing me off. This is why I need my own place. So I can do this without getting pissed off because my cats are being little assholes and fucking keep pushing the damn door wide open. It's not like I'm shutting them out. I'm just trying to keep from hearing all the ruckus going on in there. In the living room, mostly. The wild. Card 11. Tiger laying there in the grass. This one's my Green Oracle for the day. Party living. If you guys don't knock it off, I will shut the door so you can't get in. Concept, nature without man. Image, the powerful jungle with a tiger roaring. Nature is not at the service of mankind. There are still places where nature is untroubled by our presence. This is something to be treasured and protected because it reminds us of a world more primal, where the million burdens of our society do not exist. Nature is not a gentle world, but it's a world without deception and pretense. It's not a friendly or easy world, and it's not good, but it's also innocent and pristine. That it exists is precious to us, even if we do not partake of it. You guys gotta quit opening the door! Divinational meaning, accept that you and humans are not always at the center of things. Protect and cherish what is pure, innocent, and untouched. Remember that nature is life. Love something by letting it go. And I have lived by that last statement my entire life, all the way back to the very first time somebody told it to me. If you love something, or in this case, I say, if you love someone, let them go. If they come back, it was meant to be. If they don't, it never was. But the original version of that is, if you love something, set it free. If it comes back, it's meant to be. If it doesn't, it never was, meaning it was never yours. It was not meant for you. It was for somebody else. All right, let's see what the Green Oracle has for you guys. What message is there from the Green Oracle to everyone else for today? Sustainability. Times are tough. Prices are ludicrous. They're outrageous. Cost of living's gone up. Cost of groceries has gone up. Card number 30. So that makes perfect sense. It's very fitting. 30. Sustainability. Concept, the product of ecology, economics, and culture. Image, the happy and colorful street of a traditional market selling fruits and vegetables. The concept of sustainability is a fascinating one, but a difficult one. It is about the interaction of ecology, economics, and culture, and about the role that humans and human society can have in the world. Like in a relationship between two humans, there is never a clear solution. Either the couple wins or the couple as a couple loses. It's the same with sustainability. Human culture and economics are not necessarily enemies to nature, but it may be difficult and require a lot of hard work to make them be together. Divinational meaning, some things are complex. If you make them simple, you ruin them. You cannot see one aspect of the problem, ignoring the others. Right and wrong sometimes are just useless. It can be difficult to find balance, but it's possible. Greed is the enemy of harmony. So there you go. And see, I never charge. I never charge for this because I'm just doing my thing, finding my niche, trying to help others, trying to not make it all about money. As desperately as I need money right now, I'm not saying, okay, I'll do this for you, but you got to pay me $20. No, I'm not going to do that. Again, guys, seriously. Damn it, Bella. Will you fucking settle down or something? You're not fucking going outside. Deal with it. I'm warning you guys, you better knock it off because you're pissing me off and you ain't gonna like me pissed. You ain't gonna like me. I know how much of a bitch I can be, and when I'm truly pissed off, look out. Next. let's see what our spells today are. Almost at the end of this book. Okay, that was yesterday. I'm going to do the 27th and the 28th, just in case somehow I missed a day. 27th of December, Mandrake Money Spell. Mandrake, or Mandragora, officinarum, the most magical of herbs, can be used to gain money. First, activate the root by gathering it in a full moon with the point of a silver blade. Clean the root in spring water and place it into a velvet-lined box. Put the box in an active part of the house and leave it undisturbed for 3 days. On the third night, soak it in warm spring water overnight. The root is now ready for magic. Place the root back into the velvet-lined box, this time with silver coins. Lock the box and store it away. Your money will double. The Witch Bottle Spell. Witch bottles are popular in magic and, though most often employed for protection, they can be effective talismans for drawing love into your life. In a clean glass jar, place some or all of the following while visualizing love being drawn to your dwelling. Spring water, a drop of your own blood, a strand of your own hair, vanilla extract, and a rose quartz stone. You may also use any form of coriander, cinnamon, hyacinth, licorice, yerba mate, rue, myrtle, lemon, lavender, jasmine, mastic, rose, peppermint, thyme, or plum. Or other love talismans representing your goal of romance can also be included. During a full moon, bury the selected bottle near an entryway to your home. It will work for a year and a day. So if you ask me, that's pretty cool. And I hope I say those slowly enough that you guys can write them down, or just pause the live as much as you need to so that you can write them down. And I would love to hear from you guys if, when this stuff works for you, or if you've tried it, or if you have told friends about it and they've tried it, Okay. Okay. December 28th, threes. 3 has long been considered a significant number. It is considered both lucky and unlucky on different occasions. Certainly, my parents' generation believed that bad things would always happen in 3s, whether breakages or deaths. A further example is the belief that it is unlucky to light 3 cigarettes from a single match. Although it is thought by many that this is because in warfare, the enemy would sight on the first light, take aim on the second, and then shoot on the third. Interestingly, it was also thought to be unlucky to have 3 lighted candles or lamps in the same room. 3, however, is considered positive in terms of trying to achieve things, as in third time lucky. A very old form of divination involved 3 dishes, one filled with clean water, one with dirty, and the third left empty, placed in front of the fire. A blindfolded person dips their left hand into one at random. If they select the clean water, then they will be married. The dirty, they will be widowed, and if it is empty, they will never marry. Of course, in the craft, 3 is significant because many goddesses have 3 aspects: maiden, mother, and crone. Hence, many spells will require that something is done 3 times or over 3 nights, and chants are usually repeated thrice. Furthermore, there are 3 degrees of initiation. In some traditions of the craft, it is said that magic should always be worked in 3 parts: 1 for yourself, 1 for someone else, and 1 for the land. Look after the planet. You may need it one day. And the 27th was cockerels. And again, because I'm not sure if I did this or not, I'll go ahead and say this one again just in case. The cockerel has long been considered a bird of sacrifice in a number of belief systems. It was also revered, as it was believed that its early morning crowing drove away all the spirits of the night, so dark spirits, basically. White cocks were considered very lucky, and to hear one crow on your way to work meant a fortunate day. Black cocks, however, were said to be the consorts of the devil. A cock crowing in the evening indicates bad weather. If it crows facing the house, then a stranger will be visiting. The cock was felt to be a bird of healing and would be rubbed over the body of a sufferer. The unfortunate bird was then cast into the sea or driven out of the district. The cockerel was also considered to be a bird of light and was associated with the sun. In the craft, it is considered to embody the spirit of the corn. The last sheaf of harvested corn was even called the cock sheaf or harvest cock. A cockerel was often sacrificed at the end of harvest as an offering to the spirit of the corn. During the witch hunts, witches were accused of sacrificing cockerels to feed their families. It being thought that the cockerel was a symbol of the Christian God. Effectively, this meant that you should be very careful not to be seen feeding chicken meat to your cat. It was also claimed that witches would sacrifice a cock to raise a storm. Witches' Sabbats were also thought to go on all night, only breaking up when the cock crowed. There's a difference between needing support and being propped up. So there you go. There's that one. Ooh, yay, tomorrow, Caradwin! You're going to have to wait, Kalika. I'm kind of busy here. And once again, you're in my face. You're wanting my attention. Mommy is trying to work. So you're just going to have to be patient and bear with me, okay? I know I've been gone all day, but I'm home now. So I will try to pet you, but don't keep clawing at me because you're just going to upset me. Kwanzaa, African American, and this is December 27th. Themes: kinship, unity, devotion, creativity, community, love, fertility. Odudua, Odudua. Symbols: black items. About Oduwa, or Oduadwa. In the beginning, Oduadwa created the earth and its people. In Yoruban tradition, she presides over all matters of fertility and love and community. Her sacred color is black. To do today, this African American festival celebrates family unity and the black culture. It is also a harvest festival whose name means first fruits. Every day of the celebration focuses on important themes, including Oduadwa's harmony, determination, community, responsibility, purpose, creativity, and faith. One lovely tradition easily adapted is that of candle lighting. Each day of the festival, light one red, green, or black candle, the colors of Africa. Name the candle after one of Oduadwa's attributes you wish to develop. Try to choose the color that most closely corresponds to your goal. Igniting it gives energy and visual manifestation to that principle. Also, try to keep one black candle lit in a safe container to honor the goddess's presence during this time. To inspire Oduadwa's peaceful love in your heart and life today, wear something black. This will absorb the negativity around you and put it to rest. Yes, please. Oduadwa, you're, hail and welcome, hun. December 28th, Feast of Fools, Europe, Thalia, Thalia. Themes: humor, festivity, recreation. Symbols: party decorations. About Thalia. Among the Greek muses, Thalia is the goddess of festivity and humor. She inspires today's celebration with unbridled revelry and joyfulness to round out the year on an upbeat, playful note. To do today: during the Middle Ages, around this time of year, a mock religious ritual took place. Much like the impious Saturnalia, normal roles were often reversed and reverence went by the wayside, replaced by fun and pleasure. I see no reason not to follow the example of our ancestors and give ourselves time to frolic a bit today. Do something that energizes you, inspires you, or makes you laugh out loud. For example, throw yourself a party completely with silly decorations and hats. Watch your favorite comedy flicks with a friend, or go out dancing, play video games, socialize with folks who make you feel good, and generally let Thalia live through and in your pleasure. To keep Thalia's playful, enthusiastic energy with you, bless an amethyst for joy and luck, saying, Thalia, inspire my humor and muse. Throughout my life, joy diffuse. Carry this with you anytime you feel your sense of humor waning. So I'll have to do that. I don't have a amethyst handy right now, or I would do it. No, I don't. Really? My spirits are talking to me and saying I have something. I do. I have an amethyst in here. Well, I guess we'll see, huh? Oh wait, I put that one here. Got to get through it. Oh, I never did zip that. Oops. Oopsie. Better zip that, huh? Don't want stuff falling out everywhere. I believe I stuck them in here. Yeah, I mean, if there's an amethyst in here. Oh no, that's my cards. Hello. Where'd they go then? Here we go. This is the pouch that the Capricorn stones came in. I don't recall having an amethyst. Got a doll. Got a crystal there. Crystal there. I don't see an amethyst. Yeah, there's no amethyst. Wait, what is that one? I don't know. That one's like black, I think. Here's a garnet. This is my birthstone. That's a raw garnet. Imagine the size ring that would make. Here's a pretty fluorite. Would fluorite be okay? It's got amethyst in it. Really? Oh, yes, you're absolutely hail and welcome, Thalia. You're welcome to be here for sure. And thank you for, if you'll be okay with it, yeah, I'll do that with this. Sure.
My mic is off.
Why ain't nobody else here in my business?
My mic is off.
I'd rather you hang up for a minute.
My mic is off.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Mom.
What?
It's me.
Hello.
Hello. Am I able to talk to you for a minute?
Just bring it out when you're done.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of doing a live stream, but go ahead.
No, if you're in a live stream, that's what I asked Noah if you're busy, but he said you're in another room. But I ain't gonna bother you right now.
Okay, I'll try to call you when I'm done because I don't know how long I'm gonna be on here. Is everything okay, or is there something bothering you?
No, it's just, well, there is, but what I wanted to talk to you about right now is it was just one of mine and his things, our trade things.
Okay.
So it wasn't a big deal.
Okay. So yeah, I'll try to call you when I'm done, okay? If it's not too late. What time do you usually try to go to bed?
I don't go to bed until morning.
Oh, okay. Well, I just, I don't want to wake you up. I'm still learning, remember how you do things and how Noah does things. I'm still getting used to it.
Normally up all night because of neighbor. I mean,
Okay.
if he needs me, I run down there. So I stay up all night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so
The same thing you told me.
so just let me do my thing and then I will try to call you back here in a little bit, okay?
Oh, you look pretty. I like that.
Oh, thank you. It's just a wig. It's just one of my witchy wigs. Yeah, I really like it.
No, I'm being dead ass serious. That's actually something I really like right there. One of the colors I like.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And it's I like bright colors.
Yeah, so do I. That's kind of the playful side of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's cool. But you're live, and Noah can hang up. And no, I'm gonna hang up.
Yeah, if you want to hop on the live, go ahead. Because if you need to tell me something.
I'm subscribed to you. I'm trying to figure out still how to get in there, but
Have Noah help you or something. I don't know if I could explain it, how you do it. The way I'm sure.
I figured he could, but
Yeah, you could go at what you do is you go into the main YouTube channel, the main YouTube area, and then you punch in the search window. There should be like a little search bar in the top or something. Punch in Janet Mabius at 4411, and that should bring you right to my channel.
Okay, because I've seen you twice today. You went live, and I
Yeah.
because I was busy.
Yeah, that's okay. It's okay.
There were notifications that come over top of my phone, but
Right. Like if you did the bell icon, it should tell you each time I'm doing a live.
let me see if I can do it real quick.
Okay. I'll let you know if you pop up on the screen. Don't worry, nobody's on right now anyway, so.
I know the last 3 times I've been on there.
It says there's one person, but I'm not seeing a name, and they haven't chatted. They haven't put anything in the chat.
Well, it's okay if they hadn't or have, but either way, but you've always told me I was the first one in there.
Oh yeah, that's always nice. I always love it when family comes by,
It don't seem like you. Well, Noah can get in there too.
Yeah. Well, if you can make him pry away from his whatever he's doing out there.
Tell him I told him to get his. Never mind. Don't say it the way I'm thinking.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, I'll hang up and then just keep trying to get on. If you can't, then just call back.
I'm still trying to type, and see what I told Noah. That's why I hadn't given Mom Chris's number, because I don't type too well.
Yeah.
I can spell.
Uh-huh.
It's just I don't do too well with the typing part.
Oh.
It takes me forever to type your name.
Do you want me to say it letter by letter? Would that help?
No, I can spell it.
Okay. But as soon as it brings up my channel, it should say live.
Yeah. J-A-N-T.
Janet.
That's what I just said.
Mabeus at, which is the A with the circle, 4411 on YouTube.
Yeah. M-A.
B-E.
See, that's the problem I have is the last name right there.
Yeah. Mabeus. Yeah. It's maybe us. Think of it that way. Maybe us.
Mom used to tell everybody
Yeah.
that it's said exactly or spelled it exactly the way it sounds.
Yes, it is.
Well, Michael started saying that, and then it caught on,
Yeah, I know.
Maybe and what's the numbers?
4411.
4-1.
4411.
Oh,
2 4s, 2 1s.
okay. Oh shit! I got a backspace. 'Cause I forgot to backspace when I had said 1. God bless America. 4-4-1-1.
Yep.
Okay. 4411.
Yes.
I remember stuff better that way if you say it together.
Okay.
If
But
it's
yeah.
4 numbers.
Just let me know when it brings me up, and then I'll see if I can guide you how to join my live or whatever.
It's not. God bless America.
Well,
Okay,
then I
let me
may.
make sure. Let me make sure I got this spelled right. Janet.
Yep.
Man.
No, B as in boy.
Oh, B. Shit. I meant to hit B. I don't know why I said M, but I read it.
B, and then E,
Yep.
and then U, and then S.
I got everything else right.
Okay, at 4411.
Oh, the at. I forgot
Yeah,
that.
the A with the circle.
I know that because my password for certain things, I have to have an at or an and symbol.
Right.
Okay. So, Janet.
Janet Janet.
I spelled that right. That's why I didn't worry about.
And then Mabeus at 44.
M-A-B
Yeah, US
at
at
44.
4411 on YouTube, and it should take you right to my channel.
Okay, I'm hitting search. Call me maybe. You're not popping up right away.
Yeah, sometimes it might take longer.
I see the problem. Why?
What?
It's my fault. I'm not on YouTube. I'm on YouTube Music.
Oh, whoops. Yeah, that would make it a little hard.
I'm used to going to YouTube Music.
Uh,
So I didn't do that on purpose.
I know.
But it still pops up, and I can just click on it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sponsors. I gotta go past that stuff. They're popping up right away.
You want me to go get Noah and see if he can help you sign on, because when you came on before.
I'm gonna ask him if he can just send me a link like he did last time.
Yeah, I can have him do that, because I'm not good at sending links.
Because I can't look at I can't either.
Okay, yeah, let me go take the phone back to him and have him do that for you. Just give you give you the link, hang up or whatever, and get you the link, and then you can just come onto the live. You need to help Ted give me the link again to get on my channel. Sorry to interrupt your game speed. Okay, hopefully that'll be sorted here in a minute. All right, Thalia. Oh, well, I'm definitely got, the black part of it down, right? I'm wearing black today. Because this is definitely, I would have to say, in all honesty, the Capricorn in me for sure. Okay. Blessed Amethyst for joy and luck, saying, Thalia, inspire my humor and muse throughout my life, joy diffuse. There we go. Now I officially did one of the spells. And hopefully Ted will be joining us here soon. That's my other son. He's like Noah's brother. So they're my boys. And I'm a Capricorn. Us Capricorns, we're always adopting people anyway, because we got a lot of love to give, and we know there's a lot of people out there that don't have anyone. So it's like, well, we got plenty of love here. Come on over, even if it's just a friendship, we welcome it, because we're living in a not so nice world. We got to get each other through it, right? So, Thalia, come be with us. I'm just going to put this in my bra, as crude as that might be, but hey, that's what I do a lot of times, because especially when I'm just carrying like a single. Hey, see, you made it. And I'm glad you did too, because I'm not sure how much longer I'll be able to be on anyway, because Dad's going to be wanting to go to bed soon, probably. But yeah, now you can see the real me. This is the real me. This is Mama Jan, and I'm not afraid to tell people I'm wearing a wig. I know this isn't my real hair color. I wish it was. If I was what do they call it? A metamorphomagus. Yeah, exactly. It's another way to talk. Exactly. And, let's face it, son, we all have busy lives. So any way that we can be together, welcome it and do it, because, shit be crazy, right? Stuff, it gets crazy so fast. And, it could be a crap ton of freaking chaos at times. Oh, do I? Thank you. Now, if only I had my fairy wings, right? I want to get me some. I was told that I actually have fairy wings, green fairy wings jutting out of my back when I was, hi, honey, boo back. But, it's it's a lot of fun with the wigs because you can get all these nice colors. And I finally trimmed the bangs so I can wear it and they're not down on my face. And now this is falling all pretty like it's supposed to be. So this is my, the real me. This, and I don't wear wigs like every day or anything, because let's face it, it gets hot. I was saying, if I'm talking to people on live or on here, I can distract myself from the everyday life for a minute. Yeah, exactly. And, honey, that's all I'm really trying to do, for anybody that needs it, especially family, because I've definitely been there. We all have, and we've gone through some dark days and, felt like we had nobody. And then, well, the goddess said, here you go, and now we're a family. So yay. Thank you, goddess. This is just me brushing my hair here, my wig. But this is only one, keep in mind. I've got a blue and purple one too. But I usually wear that like on a Wednesday or a Thursday, because the colors of those days are, on Wednesday it's purple, on Thursday it's blue, on Friday it's green. So this is kind of, even though the roots and the bangs are blue, this is still a green color. It's a very light, playful kind of, hi, how you doing? And that's what I like about it. And, the black lipstick, and I mean, this is lip stain, so I can see where I messed up. And that thing with lip stain is it's like basically painting it on your lips. Once it dries, if you mess up and don't use a mirror so you can see in it good, then you could end up with some messed up, like, what did you do, Mom? Do you got a scratch or something? And it's not that at all. And this also, these colors and this playful side of me brings out the younger side of me. This is the fairy side of me. This is the 19 to 30-year-old or whatever, because I'm happy. These things make me happy. They help me to feel pretty. And, I'm doing it for fun. Yeah. When wigs are done right, and sometimes women, they have the fortune of being able to get like weaves done where they put like hair pieces in. I knew a girl that had to get hair pieces in her hair because she kept dyeing it so much, her actual hair, that her hair started falling out. And I mean, she like killed and destroyed her hair, and she used to boast and brag constantly with an ego the size of Texas, and this chick she was bad news, guys. She was a Capricorn like me, but she was a bitch. She was like the worst side of bitch that bitch can be as far as a Capricorn. Yeah. She would abuse her animals constantly, and I don't like that shit. That's why they loved me more than they did her. Every time I went over to her fucking house to hang out with her and smoke and get a little happy and do some witchy shit, she had a nice backyard. She had a beautiful dog named Rocket. And that dog was my dog. As soon as he heard me pull up and he heard that car door, woo, 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 he was just barking and barking, let me at her. As soon as I walked in the door, he was right there, buddy, right there, jumping up on my shoulders, licking my face off. It was very adorable. And I would go down in her basement every time I went over there, and I would feed her cat down there because, and I kid you not, every single time I did that, I saved that cat's life. Because she is so fucking lazy that she would not even take food and water to her cat. And even though it hid for the majority of the time I was down there, it also appreciated that at least somebody cared enough to feed it. Oh yeah, you mean with this? Yeah, exactly. Oh, I've worn some of my other wigs before, like out in public, and I can't tell you how many times people have said, "I love your hair." And no, thank you is my response. But I also let them know it's a wig, but thank you, because I'm not trying to be false. You get me? I'm not trying to be, somebody I'm not. This is me. This is the happy me. This is the bright side of Mama Jan, And I like my black because one, it's slimming. It's also the color of Saturday, and it reminds me of the cosmos, the starry sky at night when you're out in the country and you can see them the best. That kind of deal. Yeah. And, black lipstick. I've got on some light makeup tonight. I found my makeup bag. I had to stop carrying my Hello Kitty. Now I'm back to carrying this suitcase. But, at least it got a lot of pockets, and I can keep stuff more secure in there and not worry about stuff getting messed up so much. But thank you for thinking, saying, Mom, it looks like your real hair. Thank you. That means a lot. Meow. fussy butt. Kalika's meowing at me because she's mad because she can't get on my lap, of course. Huh, Bratness? What are you doing? Stop it. That's why I need my fluorite today to help keep the energies positive. I would put like some kind of a crown on or something, but I just don't feel like I kind of like this, this is like just as nice. Because the elastic little flower headband I was wearing earlier, I could wear that like across this way, but I don't want to do that. I kind of like just the way it looks. And it gives me a headache. So, because before I trimmed the bangs on this one finally tonight, I was trying to put my bangs out of my face with clips. I've got these little flower hair clips, different sizes, different colors. Like this is a real pretty green one. This is a real pretty blue one. And they have these little fasteners on the back. And this one, oh no, it's not one of the, but see if I put it in my hair, let's see if I can find a spot here. So you can still see it. Now I got a pretty rose in my hair. And, these are fun. These are fun because you can, play around with them and stuff. And there, now I got flowers in my hair. But, I've only got like a handful of wigs. I couldn't even give you a number of how many I have. But yeah, you're right. I need to put that one. And I got to treat the screen here like a mirror. So, I have to do things the opposite. I'm trying to put this closer. So you can see it. There we go. So I got blue on one side, green on the other. Get out of my face, bangs. And I got to see my little elf chick today on TikTok. She's a sweetheart. She's really cute. Her name's Ronnie, and she's a Leo. And so that's a fire sign, Ted. You're a perfect match. She's young, though. She's like probably in her 20s, and stuff. And she's just very bubbly and very, oh, thank you so much. Thank you for all the gifts. Oh, my God, what are you doing? Are you crazy? I mean, she's so adorable. And she does her makeup really well. And she does the elf ears and she has the pretty hair. And then today she was wearing a Christmas tree hat that I swear that thing was that tall. And she's got, face piercings and stuff. Yes, exactly. It's the real me. It's the playful side of me, and I don't let her out enough. I mean, I try, but, even playful me has bad days. It happens. It's part of life, Some days you wake up in the morning and go, nope, it's going to be a crappy day. I'm going back to sleep. You guys will just have to get along without me. When I am having a bad day, my go-to response has always been shut up and shut down. Or you'll see it on my face, or when you've been around me long enough, you will start picking up on my energy and you'll be able to sense before you even see the expression on my face that something's changed about my energy, and it's kind of cloudy and maybe a little dark, and it's like, Mom, are you okay? It's just me having a bad day. I mean, it does happen, but if I go quiet and just like kind of inner reflect, or I go into my mind and I think, okay, what is a happy thought that I can focus on instead, so that I'm not focusing on the negative, which is going to give it more power. The more you focus on a thing, the stronger the energy and power is going to be. I'm just drinking my Kool-Aid here. But of course it's piss warm. And today is more like a chill day. I did a live, like you said, you saw me on earlier. I did a live for like 30 minutes. I think it was some odd seconds or something. And at the time, that was just all that I could give, because it was another one of those early morning things where I swear, I was up out of bed, not stumbling, but I call it my zombie, brains, when I wake up, I feel like somebody drugged me in my sleep and I can't even hardly walk. But I try to be quiet. Sometimes I'll go and sit in the front room. But I remember hearing Chris leave this morning because today was a therapy day for him. So I remember hearing him leave, and then I was up like And I remember thinking, why am I up this early? I am not a morning person. What is going on? It's like, Urgh. But I do have elf ears, but I can't get them to stay on. I might have to get some of that, what the heck do they call it? Kind of like a prosthetic glue where you can put like earpieces on and stuff, and it would hold them up. Because every time I've tried to put them on without it, I can't seem to get it to stay. The girl that don't help errors and stuff. I had a friend like that, and I don't know where she went. Didn't help. Girl that didn't help errors. What do you mean? Oh, elf. Oh, okay. I finally saw that. Didn't help. Didn't have elf ears. Didn't have. I had a friend. Yeah, she was. Ronnie is somebody on TikTok, and I just happened to be, searching TikTok one day because I'm trying to have as much fun as I can with it, learn it as much as I can, because there's still that rumor going around that it may not be around much longer and they may shut it down altogether. So where do you think people are going to turn after that? I can guarantee you the first place they're going to turn is going to be Instagram. Don't you mean you texted to talk? That's fine. So when I was up this morning, I was kind of half out of it. And I remember thinking, why am I up this early? And I was like in a bad mood right away. And I didn't know why. And I'm like, oh no, what now? What? Because, it's not like I had bad dreams or anything. And I mean, I may have been picking up on somebody else, because sometimes I'll do that and I won't, because I'm half awake, half asleep. I'm thinking that, I might be picking up on them, and I can't sometimes decipher my own emotions from theirs because of the empathic side of me that feels everything. I'm serious. I need to take one of my necklaces and I need to bless, empower, strengthen, and charge it, and bespell it with an eternal infinite so it never goes away, power, magic spell to shield me from the empathic stuff. Oh yeah, Zombieland. See, the zombie movies I just don't really get into, because to me the frightening possibility of something like that actually happening in the world terrifies me. Because I mean, look at all the ugliness in the world already. So that's just, yeah, that's very unnerving, and it bothers me. Like, some of my worst nightmares have always been about zombies, vampires, and sometimes just being around a really dark energy, and that it's wrong and that it's evil, and it's like, right, it's about to touch you, and then I wake up and it was like, what the hell was that all about? I mean, that's scary shit. You texted to talk, but I know what you're saying. And for the times when I don't answer you, sweetie, don't take it personal. Don't think I'm mad at you or anything like that, because it's most likely what it is it's just I'm having a hell of a day and I'm stressed. And when I talk to my family, I don't want to be in a bad mood. I don't want to snap at them because I'm having a bad day. So like when I went over to grandma's today and spent a few hours, that was me time. And I call it a Janet day, because that means whatever I want to do, wherever I want to go, and however long I want to stay at each place I decide to go, then I'm not going to give myself a time limit as to when I need to be back. However, if Chris calls me like he did today and says, hey, are you going to be home for dinner? I said, yeah. Yeah. And Ronnie, when I saw her, it just made my day, because she was so bubbly, and she's got face piercings. Like, she's got piercings through her lip. She's got piercings through her nose. She's got piercings through her eyes and her cheeks, I think. but she's just so adorable. You can't help but fall in love with her. And she's just so bubbly and, oh, thank you very much. Thank you for all the likes. Oh, guys. And she's just a sweetheart. At least she seems like one, or she's acting like one convincingly, because she's a Leo, like I said. So she's a fire sign. And Leo and air, fire and air are good signs, because when they get together, the fire fuels the air, or the air fuels the fire, kind of thing. You guys are going to have a good match because you're balanced in energy. So one of these times when you see me on here doing a live, I will have my makeup on, and different ways, different styles. Like at some point, I want to look at some YouTube videos about doing like a really cool gothic look, and start doing like my own witchy stuff. Upset half this week. Why? What's been going on that's making you upset? You don't know why. Well, considering, and this is just theory here, okay? This is just what I'm feeling. Take it or leave it. If it doesn't feel right to you, then I could be feeling something else or someone else. It's hard to say sometimes. But I feel like maybe because you're around Brian so much, I know he's your good friend and everything, but that's a lot of negative energy, because I know what crack does to people, and I was a crackhead myself, and it almost killed me. That's what made me walk away. And I hate to see your friend throwing his life away and shortening his lifespan by doing this stuff. But it could be the negative energy from that place, because especially you said he tends to have people stay there once in a while. You don't know what that person is like. You don't know their habits. You don't know if they're dark ones. You don't know. They might just be looking at somebody they can take advantage of and mooch off of, and just leave when they're done, or whatever, or they get bored, or any number of things. So you could be picking up on some of that energy that could be affecting you. But then that's getting into, you have to be a certain level of intuitive. Like, you just feel like when you walk into this room, something's off, something's wrong. The energy, the air feels heavier. You feel like you can't breathe. And then like, before you walk in the door, you're in a great mood and you're smiling and you're having a good day. You walk in the door, it's like somebody walks up and punches you as hard as they can. And that's some pretty powerful negative energy. I'm not trying to cut down your friend or anything. Yeah, and that's what I feel. That's just what I feel. That the negative energy may be from going down there. And I'm not saying don't go visit your friend, but as long as he's on that stuff and he's living his lifestyle the way he is, letting negative people in there, then yeah, it can affect you. It can very easily put you in a bad mood for a whole week. Trust me, I've been there. When I got attacked in the back of our building all those years ago and got carjacked, pistol whipped, and robbed by two niggers that came through the fence with fucking bandanas over their nose and mouth. One of them was a fat, sloppy son of a bitch with short and curlies all over his head. And I was getting out of my car at 2:00 in the morning, July 2nd of whatever year that was. And, because I had just taken my friend home that I was hanging out with for the day, Della, who was also a Leo, but she was a false friend. She was a wayward friend. And I don't talk to her anymore. I don't see her anymore and stuff like that. But I came home and these guys, it's like they were waiting for me. They came through the fence. They both had guns. I wasn't about to die that night. It was summertime because I had on a mini dress thing that I had made. I had on my purple witch cloak. And but anyway, long story short, that was some seriously fucked up individuals, and that was some serious negative energy. And it took me an entire year of my life to get over that trauma, to the point that I actually would go outside and get in the car and go somewhere without Chris at my side, because I was that scared it was going to happen again. And the next time I might not be so lucky and they might kill me. And then I'm not here anymore. And then the motherfucker's going to die, because my first action when I'm out of my body is I'm going to strangle him. I'm going to strangle him. because it's like, you don't fucking take my life, you son of a bitch. You have no fucking right. You're not a god, and certainly one I would never pray to. If you were, I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. Right now, to be honest, talking like this is probably the best that I can do, that I can give you right now. I just don't feel up to talking on the phone or anything necessarily tonight. Give me a couple of days and see how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling any better, say Monday, I'll text you or I'll call or something and let you know. Or if I hear you on with Noah, then I'll try to talk to you then. But when it's been a really stressful day and I've had some good happen, I've had some bad happen, I mean, it's easier, kind of like the equivalent of somebody hiding behind a camera in a way, even though I'm not hiding. I like the fact that even though I can't see you or hear you, you can see and hear me. And that in itself gives you great comfort, knowing that Mama Jan is with you. But the main thing is that when I'm having a bad day and I'm really stressed out, then I'm not going to feel like talking on the phone. And for days like that, when they happen, I can only say ahead of time, I'm sorry that I'm not probably going to be able to talk to you or be there with you. If I'm on live and we can get you on, yeah, we can talk that way. Because like, here it is. I've been on here 3 hours and 5 minutes and some odd seconds. I don't think anybody else is going to join us. So it's pretty much open forum. You can say whatever you want. And don't worry about if somebody reads it later, because they don't know you. They don't know who you are. They know you're my son, but that's all they know, and it's like, it's nothing that they can, hurt you with. Right. But I do like having my family in here, especially when you guys are moderators, because if the bad ones do come in, then you can help me kick their butts out. You get what I'm saying, homie? Kick their butts out, get them out of the room if they're going to be assholes and they're going to be negative and they're going to be cutting us down and saying we're crazy. You're not a witch. If you are, prove it. Cast a magic spell. And then me, I would come off with, okay, I'll tell you what, asshole. I'll make your dick fall off. How about that? And then see if that don't make them shut the hell up. Because I do have the power. I could do that. I could literally make them get some fucking fatal sex disease or something, and they have to get their shit literally fucking, surgically removed. It bothers you a lot. What bothers you a lot? This negativity thing that you feel? I'm trying to understand, son. Sometimes you gotta, I'm not really good at figuring out what you're trying to say. What bothers you a lot? Is this the myth that you're talking about, that you were saying earlier, that you wanted to talk to me about some kind of a myth when I'm off the live? Because all I'm saying, honey, is like right now it's 9:16. Chris could come in here literally at any moment and say, look, babe, I'm sorry, but I need to go to bed. And I'm not going to say, well, you're going to have to wait until I'm finished with what I'm doing. No, I'm not going to do that to him. So tonight, yeah, it's probably not going to happen. Whatever it is, if you're not comfortable enough talking about it this way, then it's going to have to wait until I can talk to you on the phone again. Because like I said, I really have no control over what tomorrow's even going to be like. I'm hoping it'll be fairly easy, but it all depends on how much running we got to do, like how far away from home we're going to be and, that kind of thing. I'm trying to get this in here better because it's not in there right. Come on. Because it was just way too loose. Oh, did it do it again? Oh, man, I'm just not having any luck with this thing. It did it again. Unbelievable. I've been saying that a lot lately because there's just been some really weird shit that's been happening that's unbelievable. Like, probably my greatest shocker of the day today, believe it or not, was I got on TikTok and what was it that somebody said to me? Oh, crap. Um, Dang, no, I lost my train of thought. Help me get it back. I can't think of it. So unfortunately, son, to be honest, that's something that's going to have to wait. I'll try not to make it too long before I can actually feel up to talking to you on the phone about whatever it is. But right now, at least we have this time. You can ask me some questions if you want, and I'll do my best to answer them, whether they're magical or not magical, because I've already blessed my fluorite stone. Thalia is here, amongst others. So, got my purses changed around. I got my journal out here because I meant to write something in it and I still haven't. Let's see, what color do I want? I think I'll use green and try not to set my sleeve on fire. This is my little journal that I carry in my purse. See how pretty sparkly the butterfly is? Isn't that pretty? And no, I doubt if it's real gold or real gems or anything. It'd be nice if that was real diamonds and sapphires. I'd probably faint because I got this from not a thrift store, a gift store in a hospital one time that I went to with Chris because he was, whoa, what was that? That was a bookmark. Damn it, where'd it go? Ugh. Oh, well, I'll have to make another one. Okay. Black. I'm trying to find where I last left off. But anyway, I got this in a gift shop. And I meant to write something in it just simply because I haven't in a while. 12, 28, 24. Changed my purse back to my purple cosmic purse that Zephyr likes. Hang on, Ted. Carry my gold and black. I'm almost done. Hello Kitty purse. Normia got me. And black Hello Kitty purse. Normia got me. Because it will no longer stay zipped shut. Feel like that too. That's why I don't talk a lot on the phone. My problem is I have problem with typing and all I can do is talk into my phone. We already talked about it. You're reading comments too slow. We already talked about it. Okay. Well, if I'm reading comments too slow, that's not intentional because I have the slow mode thing like shut off. So that's probably why it's taken me so long to even get, see what you type so that I can respond to it. Oh, I know what it was on TikTok. It finally came back to me. Thank you, guys. I have 100 followers now, 100 plus on TikTok. Talking about what you said when people don't agree with things. That bothers me a lot. People don't agree with things. That bothers you. Okay. I understand that, and I can see that from many different points of view, though, Ted. Um, when there are conflicting views and conflicting feelings about a situation, you really owe it to yourself and the people involved to at least give them the benefit of the doubt, give them a chance, let them see how it turns out, how they do on their own. Like, I know you're bothered about this whole Noah Jayla thing still. I can feel it. Stop worrying about it, okay? They may be gushing over each other, but they're trying their very best. I commend them both at staying friends, just friends, okay? Even though Noah goes overboard and he says he wants to marry her and all this and that. And I mean, that's puppy love thinking. That's not how real love works. And she's 15 and he's 19. But people aren't always going to get along. People aren't always going to agree on things, and it's okay. But you still owe it to yourself as a family to talk those things out too, instead of not saying anything. And then you end up getting into an argument because it just boils to a breaking point and boom, you're fighting, you're at each other's throats, the whole nine. And I just don't want to see any of my people go through that, if I can help it. Let me see if I can find, what are these? Oh, these are some of my old business cards, like really old. These were like all the way back to when I had Vistaprint, and I have so many card designs, and I have boxes of cards, business cards. Like, you're probably not going to see that very good, but this is one of them. It says, Janet's Fine Jewelry. How may I serve you? It's got a couple of different emails on here. Private jeweler. And I think that was back when I was trying out the diamond thing, where I got this book in the mail one time, and it was about how you could buy diamonds from high-end companies that would sell loose diamonds or maybe even jewelry pieces, and you would have a certain amount of time to get those pieces sold. But if you didn't, then you had to ship it back to the company. It's not like you could keep them. And these were real. These were real diamonds. And that was what I was thinking when I did that batch of cards, because I was that serious about giving it a try, being a diamond seller, and see if I could get it to work, because it sounded exciting. It would give me a chance to maybe at some point, if I'm lucky, make some connections and, be able to walk into Jared and get me a diamond bracelet or something, or, a diamond necklace like I've always wanted, or a diamond necklace and a pair of earrings and, maybe even another ring. But like, instead of a white diamond, this one could be like garnet. It could be like the deep red, because they do have different colored diamonds now. And this book was very informative about how you could be a diamond dealer. So I wrote to all the places, because there was a list in the back of the booklet. I wrote to all the places that it suggested that would be willing to do something like that. And, if you get them sold, then you get a commission of that money, but I don't know like how much or anything. And like I said, that's just one batch of several. Like, I have one that says, come experience the paranormal with me, or something of that nature, because that was back when I was trying to get it out there and get it noticed to people that I am looking to put together a paranormal team of my own. But the problem is right now, money for investing and equipment and different things like that, and having travel expense money for gas and food and, just different things that you need when you're going to these locations. Then you got to also get as good of a deal as you can when you go to these haunted places. And especially when you're just starting out in the field and whatever, then that's when I'm going to be like, guys, we really need to get paid for this because this is our first go around here. And even if we flop, at least we will have this one success where people said, we like your work, here's your money, or give us at least half of the amount promised, for our services rendered. And it's like, I'll tell you what, I'll go into this and do this for you, but I owe you nothing. I walk out, get in my car, and just keep my money for myself. Get me a nice hotel room somewhere. I've always wanted to travel, and because circumstances never allowed it, I have given up that I'm ever going to be able to or ever get to. Me and the girls, for instance, Normia and Christy, were very seriously planning and wanting to take a road trip to Salem, Massachusetts. We were going to leave probably about 9:00 Friday morning. Or if we can stand it, and we truly wanted some in-town time. Sorry. I might have to redo. Yep, because it's getting messed up. Okay. But we were gonna get a hotel. I found a nice cheap one that seemed like it was good quality and everything, and it was the best route for us to go. And they trusted my judgment on that because this place was only like 5.5 miles away from the city of Massachusetts, which was the very thing that we wanted to go and do. No, I just need, if I can find it here. Oh, no, that's the white. So that's not me. Need my black one. Where's my black? There we go. Okay, let me redo this. See, that's the only. The one drawback about this type of lipstick, though, is, like I said, once it dries, it tends to get tacky. And it feels really nice to have a purse again that, I actually have an actual makeup bag in. No? Okay. Put that over there. So anyway, and Ted, honey, don't worry about it. If you got kicked off or something or fell asleep, that's okay. I'm probably going to have to round this up soon anyway, or wind it up. I'm going to try to stay on for like 30 more minutes. But, whenever Chris comes in and says he's ready to go to bed, then I'm not going to stay on here another second because I don't want to take away his sleep time from him because tomorrow's going to be busy. And with his sleep issues, I don't even know how much sleep he's going to get tonight because there's just too much going on, and it's wiping us out. It's making the stress levels like way, way, way too high, and that's not good for any of us. We can't have a flare up in a house that's already in a great state of unrest, because it's crowded here. Now that I've finally got some books on autism, I'm reading, I'm teaching myself to the best of my ability, and I just hope that it'll be enough to learn what it's like to have autistic children, an autistic partner, and someone also that suffers from autism and ADHD. But yeah, if I know Chris, he's probably going to want to be going to bed here soon. But like I said, I'll try to stay on about 30 more minutes. He comes in here in a second and says he's ready to go to bed, then I'll just cut the live off. And see, now is the perfect time for an ashtray that I don't have. That's why I definitely need to bring one in here for sure. Or even hell, a pop can or, a bottle with a little bit of water in it. But then I would take the risk of dumping this all over the place and not even get but part of it into the bottle. Okay, well, let me go see if I can scrounge up one of my ashtrays out here. Because I have such limited room on my laptop here, as it is. Oh, here it is. Where's that ashtray? And then I looked in after I dumped the ashes out, and I'm like, oh, never mind. It's right here. Because I think this is pretty much ash. So, I mean, all I can say, again, Tad, at this point is don't worry about how much of this you didn't get to see, or for whatever reason, you can always watch it later. So, no biggie. But thanks for coming and hanging out as long as you did. I hope it helped, because right now, son, it's just, there's a lot going on, and it's just the best I can give you right now. If I'm on live and you want to come on and talk, we'll talk. If there's others on with us, we'll just have to be careful what we say, that's all. Or I'll just do subs only, so that way if they're not a subscriber, which that's what subs means, if they're not a subscriber to this channel, then they won't be able to comment. So then you pretty much you can say what you want and not worry about seeing their negative responses. Oh, my nose. It's been running all day. Better go catch it. But resin hits. Resin hits, man. Those are the funnest because they're the strongest. It's like, that's the good stuff. But, it comes at a high price. It sure does, because it burns your throat more, because it's harsher. It's more concentrated. This is the real part of the dope. Not just the green you smoke and get the little happy buzz there. This is the real stuff, man. That's why resin kicks your butt when you do resin. But just take comfort in knowing, at least, Ted, that we will keep working on this. And depending on how the day goes tomorrow, if I can maybe take some time off to myself Sunday again, go over to grandma's by myself, and then just have a me day, so I can sit there at the kitchen table, or I can sit there with the tea table and I can write some stuff down that we can try as a family, try some of the ideas that the books give me about how to communicate with your autistic people and ADHD, so you can kind of be on the same page with them, and they feel safe because they feel that trust building now, because you can talk more easily about stuff together, as a family should be able to do. No judging, no criticizing, no blaming, no pointing fingers. expressing your feelings and your emotions about an action that's happening that you don't like doesn't mean it's going to stop happening. Stop stressing about stuff. I know that's saying a lot because I myself suffer with that. I still stress. I mean, that's why I had to take a Janet day today. I needed some me time because I was drowning and nobody was throwing me a life raft. So I made one of my own, got my magic wand and said, bibbity bobbity boo. And there one appeared and I paddled my way back to shore. To give everybody a little bit of a giggle. And bear with me because I don't know like when I'm finally going to get around to like even going so far back as all the way back to the very first video live that I ever did on this channel. I miss my Janelle Mabius channel because every time I try to get back into it, I just keep having problems. And until I get another unit, I'm just not going to even try to do that because it's not going to work. Because when I'm playing Avakin, I prefer to have two separate devices that are not connected so that I can play both of my accounts at the same time. So when I'm on Avakin and none of my friends are on, which only consist of 2 right now, Sari and Kara, then I can be my own friend. Like if I want both of my avatars to be girls that day and it's kind of like girls' day out or best friends or sisters or whatever. And then other times I will want the guy side, so that for one, if people see me kissing on another guy, then maybe they'll leave me alone and stop trying to hit on me and pick me up. And I've had some weirdos, I'll tell you. And I've had some that hurt me so bad, that I was like, what the heck was I thinking? Because I really fell for a couple of guys on there, but I also knew, and I also let them know, I do have somebody out here. So if we're going to be supposedly a boyfriend and girlfriend, even though we're just friends, but we don't want people trying to pick us up because we're already involved with somebody and all that, then let's just pretend to be boyfriend and girlfriend. But if it's just the two of us, we're just friends. Don't expect me to act a certain way or start kissing on you or whatever, especially if it's on IMVU and you have the access pass. And for any of you that have IMVU and have the access pass, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And it's like, you can't do that on Avakin. So in a way that makes Avakin like a safety net for me, because I still don't like the idea that they are opening such a social platform to young people out there as young as the age of 13, unless they've changed their policy. And that's why I got the whole 18 age verified thing now. But it's like the ideal hotspot for pedophiles, for the psychos of the world that can impression upon these people or impress these kids or manipulate them or deceive them and say, oh, I'm your friend, come to me, blah, blah, blah. And you never see the kid again, because some of them actually do go and meet this person and nobody knows about it. And then they're on the America's Most Wanted, or something, or suddenly Jay Lee or Jane is done and over. No, not going to see her again because somebody's killed her off. It's the way of the world. It's a very real, very ugly truth, and we can't escape it. We can only survive it, and try to get as many of us good guys through it as we can with the least amount of damage, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, But we all need to take a break sometime. And if I'm going to start doing this every day again, I really need to start cracking down and trying to figure out more ways to make it better content, different, keep it fresh, original, get some of my resin pieces on here, because I know when I would do resin batches, my daughter Brooke in England just absolutely loved watching me make resin pieces, meaning my green jewelry box that I showed on here. I think it was yesterday. Because this is one of the jewelry boxes I can do. It's round. It has all the zodiac signs on it. Comes with 2 lids. One has the sun, and it has all the zodiac signs around the rim, and the other has a pentacle. And this was a real pretty green that I was able to come up with that I really liked. So that's why I made, that's why I made a jewelry box, and I actually use it. There was one of my friends, Vicky, by the way, honey, thank you. I love you. I hope you and your family's okay. I miss you. I'll have to start getting in the habit of getting on Messenger or something, let you know when I'm doing a live. So you can pop on with me during the day, but I don't know like what your weekends are like or anything. So we'll have to work on that. But Vicky actually bought some jewelry boxes from me when Brooke was here last in the States with us, and she stayed for a few days. Bless her, she was able to help me sell $55 worth of stuff. And I tried to pay her back later when she had gone back home and she only had a half handful of things left to sell. And so once a month, even if it wasn't every month, even if it's only once in a while or once every few months, I try to place at least one order with her. And when I do that, from now on, I'm not going to be able to even let Normia know that I'm doing it, because now she is dead broke. There's not a cent to her name in her bank. And suddenly it's like, where did all those thousands of dollars go? Did somebody hack her fucking account? Did somebody take the money? Did one of her kids get a hold of it somehow? Because she better never blame me or my son, Noah, or anybody that she knows that would possibly know and be able to access her money without her permission and be convincing that they had permission. Like I get my mom's money for her every month because she don't drive. She don't like going to the bank. I've been going through the drive-through. It takes longer, and you do still have a line sometimes that you got to be in, but at least I'm sitting down in the car, and, it's by far the most comfortable for my back. And, I can be at ease and relaxed, and I can just kind of, if it's too warm in the car, I can crack the window. If the windows are steaming up too bad, I can crack the window, and then let some of it out so that I can see to drive. But I have to be honest with you, Ted, I'm not making any promises, bud. I will try. But if I don't like the way it turns out or the way I feel when I'm around her, then I'm not ever talking to Corey again. I don't want to be her friend. I don't want to be her pal. She's always going to be against my religion and my beliefs. And because she's against my religion and my beliefs, that makes me feel like she's against me. Therefore, she hates me because she hates my religion. And I don't want anything to do with her. But like if Noah decided that he wanted to go back, and I don't know that she would even take him back after the court hearing, I'd be like, go ahead and go, but promise me this. And I want it in writing this time, that when you want to come and see me, she will not deny that. She will not stop that from happening. And it'll be on my terms, not hers, unless she can truly be fair and even about it and just. I feel like she blew it with me. I don't want to subject myself to further stress, further trauma, further drama, and end up like developing a seething hatred for her because she keeps trying to push it. And Ted, I know what this means to you, and I can only say I'm sorry, son, but I just don't think it's ever going to happen, because she's just, I know how she feels about my religion, and I know how she feels about my beliefs, and I just don't care to associate with somebody that cuts it down, criticizes it, judges me, and says that, Wicca is hell and Wicca is Satanism and devil worship and all that bullshit that Wiccans don't even believe in. There is no devil, Corey. The only devil that truly exists is the devil inside of every human being walking this earth. It's called your dark side. There's your Satan. Every time that you're a bitch to somebody, you're being your dark side, okay? You raised my son Noah. I did not get a chance to. And I feel that you ruined him. That maybe you did do some good, but I feel like more harm was done than good because you waited on him hand and foot. You babied him too much. You always did everything for him. And he's 19. He needs to start doing stuff on his own. He needs to start learning respect. And I'm not saying he's not trying, because he truly is, but things are so stressed that I can't even get myself calmed down enough to start writing up a set of house rules that everybody must abide by, because I feel like at this point in juncture, this is the only hope I truly have of finally getting somewhere and getting the three of us on a path of harmony and, working together and helping him get a job and helping him change some of his habits. Like this staying up all night and then sleeping all day has got to stop, or he's never going to be able to get a job. If he can never get a job, he's never going to have a girlfriend. He's never going to have a car. He's never going to be able to afford to live anywhere. He's always going to have to live off somebody else. And that is no way to live. I have plenty of people that I know, some were friends, that became homeless because they literally lost everything because there was just too much shit that went on in their lives and it destroyed them. So they just couldn't take it anymore. And Corey blew it with me. She had her chance. I'm grateful for the gifts, but I just don't think that there's ever going to be any kind of friendship or trust there with her. And don't make me feel like you're trying to force it, because then that's just going to make me angry at you and agitated because you're not respecting my wishes. No means no. Okay. Unless Corey could honestly and openly at least be open-minded about my religion and stop cutting it down and saying it's evil and wrong, just like Jim, who told Noah that if I teach him Wicca, he's going to hell. And I had to rise above that, and I had to forgive Jim for that. And sometimes being around him, I still have to fight myself to not take his fucking head off for doing what he had no right and no place to do. And that was saying what he did to my son, my youngest, the most impressionable and the most easy to manipulate and deceive and trick and guilt trip, you name it. Because he's such a gentle soul, it's like to his detriment in a way. But I don't want to see him angry either, because then I'm afraid that's when, he would definitely have to be taken out of here, because I'm not going to have him come at me or Chris or hurt one of the cats or kill him or something, because that shit just will not fly with me. But at the same time, he needs to start taking some responsibility. He needs to start doing his own laundry. I will show him how to do it. And then I will stand down there with him and I will show him, okay, you only want to put about this much in the washer, because if you overfill it, then your stuff's only really truly getting halfway clean. And I don't know about you, but I would rather it be a full on clean than halfway clean. You know what I mean? It's like, that's like taking a bubble bath in dirty water. Who wants to do that? Not me. Not now, not ever. And because our tub is so fucked up, I can't even do bubble baths. So there's no hot baths in this place. There's showers or nothing. The only way I could do a bubble bath safely, privately, is if I put on my bathing suit, take my beach towel, take my flip-flops, treat it like a day at the beach, take the bubble bath and use Normia's tub downstairs, because that way we can shut the door, or she can leave it open if she wants, or leave it cracked so the cats can come in and out to use the bathroom, because their litter box is in that bathroom and she's got so much shit in there that you barely have enough room to step into the tub. Okay. And now all of her money's gone because she's spending too much. She's just flying through it like there's no tomorrow, or somebody has hacked her account. And she better never accuse me or Noah or anybody in my family. If she wants to accuse somebody, accuse Robert. How do you know he didn't grab your card when you weren't looking? And then suddenly he would pretend to help you find it. And then when you weren't looking or you were had your head turned, he would put it somewhere and go, oh, here it is. Kind of like he tried to steal my son's lighter case or phone case. What the fuck is that shit? Oh, they accidentally put up my mailbox. Bullshit, dude. It was up against the back of the building and we have pictures to prove it. You tried to fucking steal it. That did not have your name on it. It was clearly apartment H. Are you apartment H, Robert? No, you are not. You ready to go to bed? I take it. What are you doing? What? Yay! Hey, that turned out pretty good. Thank you, babe. We got to get a nice frame for that. And he's got 2 here. Oh, that's the family. That's Alicia, Jim, me, Noah, Grandma, and Krista's down there. He had to get down on one knee because you can see how tall Noah is. He towers over everybody. He towers over everybody in this picture. But I'm assuming that since he gave me 2 of them, he wants me to take one to Mom. So I'll take one to Mama. But that was us standing in front of the tree. But because everybody was so tall, it wasn't the way Mom wanted. But that's like the first family picture we've had with Noah in it. Oh, wow. What a realization, huh? No, I'm not going to cry, but it's just I'm acknowledging something. This was literally the first Christmas that we got to have with Noah. So it don't matter. You can hardly see the tree. Yeah, I mean, it's getting close to 10. I figured you're probably ready to go to bed.
No, I'm going to run over to Carter's.
Oh, do you need my card or anything?
No.
Okay, good. Yeah, do me a favor and get some more breakfast burritos. No, never mind. If you're just going over to get a certain thing, just get whatever you're getting.
Yeah.
I'll get them tomorrow. I'm sorry, babe. I'm just not trying to stress you out anymore, okay? So, got good picture of the family now. And I got to remember to take one of those over to Mom's next time I go. I can't promise. I told Mom today, I said, Mom, tomorrow is going to be payday for us. So it's going to be a busy day. And you know how busy days go when it's a payday for us. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to come over or not. Might not be able to come over until Sunday. So Thalia, in concluding here, I mean, well, if Chris said he's not going to bed right now, then I'll try to stay on here longer. But the general consensus is I'm a good person. I'm a good witch. I use my power for good. I accept all these beautiful, lovely abilities I have been gifted with. I still need to, I might have to do a pouch and just put it in the pouch to start wearing it around my neck. Doing the small pouches, they're easy, but they're hard too, because you're using less stitches because you don't want it too wide across, but you want the item to be able to fit down easily inside of it, but you can pull it out easy and it's not so tight that you got to peel it off, and make a little pouch that I can, or tie one around a necklace or something. But I would rather do the pouch because that way it's got its own little spot and it's not, it's still in contact with my skin, so it can still do its thing, but I don't have to worry about it getting wet or anything like that, because I really want to take my Moldavites and my Green Man and cut them off the choker I have them on and instead put them on like, a chain or something. Where did that go? Great. I just lost my pipe snuffer. But anyway, it's 9:57. Yeah, I think I am going to go ahead and wrap it up because I'm tired and it's a couple minutes before 10 and I just want to relax a bit, drink some water because I know I need it. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for listening, helping, chatting, hanging out. Blessed be, stay wild, my children of the moon, moon children. I love you and see you next live.